Hello guys, welcome to a new series. This series does not require much, it's just me and my friend Gold here. We just think of a topic and we just start talking.
Okay, so this topic of discussion is going to be best NFL playoffs of the last 20 years, not just a singular game, like what was the best NFL playoffs from start to finish, starting from this past NFL playoff, which actually feels like 2 years ago, to about the 2000 playoffs.
Yep, and we're also, I guess we'll just start doing a little comparing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna determine the best one.
I think we should. We're gonna start from top and make our way down to 2000.
Here's my plan is I'm gonna set up a new tab to where the best ones we can gather out of this, put it on its own tab, and we'll relook at all those again, and then we'll eliminate one by one.
That's fair.
First, let me fix something over here. Alright. Now, all of this is being done by memory, besides one game for Gold.
I remember.
It would be the Seahawks versus Packers at the 2014 divisional round.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I meant divisional round. NFC Championship, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I did watch Packers and Seahawks more recently.
But yes.
From 2014, not the horror show that was this past once.
But yeah, let's kick it off. Let's start from the bottom. Thanks, Wikipedia. As you said, no bracket.
It's actually participants. You just have to scroll down a bit.
Yeah, here it is. And then 11th game, for some reason.
But yeah, so starting from the NFC side, Seattle and Philadelphia, 17-9. I watched the first half of this game and in the fourth quarter. I'm going to be completely honest, I was not entertained until the last 4 minutes.
I was never entertained with this game. In fact, there's one point in the game where I just kind of just left it be.
That was the third quarter for me. I went to watch Joker.
Which, that's a good film, by the way. Maybe that can become a discussion one day.
Possibly. Different topic.
A different topic. But here's the thing. I want to be into this because this was finally Josh McCown's first playoff game. My God, imagine that.
Well, it was also Carson Wentz's first proper playoff game, then he got injured.
So, well, that stays the same. Here, you discuss with them what you think about the game. Let me go get a proper chair for this video.
I know, for me personally, the only moments I really remember was DK Metcalf doing really. He played really well, but it was very, I don't know, cut and dry. It was a very stale game. Right? It felt like a slow team. There wasn't really much to grasp on. The Eagles were heavily injured into the game, and Carson Wentz got a concussion in the first quarter, and I don't know. The only thing I was really rooting for was Russell versus Carson, and that kind of got blown out the way. And bad play calling overall from the Eagles kind of made it worse for Josh McCown. Nonetheless, for me personally, this game was just not.
Yeah, it wasn't. But here's the thing. I kind of called the end of that. It wasn't the most entertaining. Here's the thing. Also, what cost this game for me? It has to be the fact. I don't know if you said this, but I like to share this. The game actually was entertaining up until Carson decided to get a boo-boo.
I described this game as a saltine. It was very stale. Like, there wasn't really much to grasp on after Carson got it.
I mean, they'll
be entertaining with Josh McCown, but bad play calling just led to bad performance.
And yeah, it wasn't really entertaining. Goodness gracious.
I'm not too sure if you want to move on, but right now looking down at the next game, I do not want to. Oh.
Yeah, Nilsson can't find a chair. Here's the thing, we don't have to do these in order, no. Well, let's discuss the rabbit in the room. No, it's the elephant. Whatever. It's the viewership numbers. Is that viewership? Holy crap, wow. Bills and Texans.
Hey, the game that I'm willing. I do not want to talk about the other overtime game.
Oh, we'll get to that one, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah, so Bills and Texans, I'll start off by saying this. What a game. This was very much a game of two halves. Kind of similar to Texans and the following week, which was a tale of two quarters. Buffalo, honestly, Buffalo really played great in the first half of this game. And then Deshaun Watson, as I said, Deshaun Watson's former college coach, Dabo Swinney, who was the coach of Clemson, he is the coach of Clemson, I'm not sure if I said it was, but he is the coach of Clemson, described Deshaun Watson as the Michael Jordan of the NFL, and he proved it in this game. He could not get tackled in the fourth quarter.
He was ultra clutch in this game. 16-point comeback. Because Texans have been having a lot of bad luck when it comes to the playoffs and wild card round.
I mean, as I said, it's kind of a tradition to watch a Texans game on ABC or ESPN in the wild card round and either see them win or lose, and then they usually lose the following week anyways.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna get to that game soon. This game, I remember being entertained all the way through. It took until the fourth quarter for this game to really hit into, especially overtime. Overtime was one of the best overtimes of that year.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So overall, I say it's a interesting. Like I said, we're not reviewing these games in order, so. But yeah, this is good.
Time just to get this out of the way. Minnesota, New Orleans. This was a horrible, horrible show for me. As a Saints fan, I felt embarrassed. Drew Brees played like crap for about 3 quarters, had one good drive, and then threw a horrible pass. It was that led to an interception whenever we could have won the game. We also could have won the game if Will Lutz didn't miss a 50-yard kick or whatever right before overtime. It was just...
Yeah.
The defense played great, but I was actually kind of proud of the defense. The defense played amazing for about 4 quarters. And then Kirk Cousins hit Adam Thielen for about a 40-yard pass that pretty much ended my hopes.
Well, also with that, I think there's a good to come out of this. Taysom Hill.
Oh yeah, Taysom Hill. He played phenomenal. Here's the thing, Taysom Hill's always played kind of really good anytime he's in the game. I'm just hopeful that Manuel is an actual deep threat target and plays as good as he did in San Francisco.
I'm just hoping Vikings. Here's the thing. It's kind of like a few years previous. Vikings just couldn't show up with the big game Mattermost. I don't know. This game, I mean, I liked it. It really wasn't that entertaining. I'm going to be honest with you. The game was fine. I mean, I remember giving it like an 8.5. But yet again, that could have just been the fourth quarter actually delivering. This game was hurtful. Because, I'm a Chargers fan. I mean, the Chargers wall over there says a lot. But it hurts for me to see my former quarterback. I own him now. Our former quarterback just to look like that. Okay, he's not your former quarterback, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's my current quarterback. Drew Brees, hopefully that was an indicator of things to come. And, Drew Brees has been posting stuff, not Drew Brees himself, but people have been posting Drew Brees on social media. He seems to do better. This season was a really rough one. I feel like the Saints honestly didn't deserve to go to the Super Bowl this year. The 3 games that we lost, to San Francisco because of defense. We lost to the Rams because Drew Brees got injured, and also defense. Actually, defense played really good, but defense. And then what was the third loss?
Your third loss was against the... Oh, we're actually going to try to think about this one.
Was it Falcons? It was Falcons in the Dome.
Yeah, you guys got dominated in that game.
That game was embarrassing. Marshawn Lattimore was injured. Julio Jones went beast mode on us. That game was...
Okay, well, Julio, give him that down slide. Julio's always a beast.
I know, but, here's the thing. Julio's always beast mode, but if there's one person that can lock him down, it's Marshawn lock down Lattimore.
But then, that didn't happen now. I don't know, this was not the same Saints. It wasn't the same Saints from 2017, but that one was kind of weak. But 2018 Saints, that one should have won the Super Bowl. But I didn't like the 2019 Saints. When I seen they had the same record as the previous seasons, I was thinking, how? This isn't the same team that was 13-3. That felt like more like a 10-6, 11-5 team. Especially 10-6 when you're losing to the Vikings. Like, what? But there's a good. Drew Brees did break the record. That's good, right?
Yeah. Now we have Emmanuel Sanders as well. So who knows? Like I said, our problem is we don't really have a deep threat target. We have Michael Thomas, who's a great, consistent wide receiver, but he's not a deep threat target. He's not. I love Michael Thomas, but he's not going to run a 50-yard slant route in the slot. We need a slot wide receiver, and hopefully Emmanuel Sanders can fill in that hole that we desperately need. I love Ted Ginn Jr., but Ted Ginn Jr. is starting to really show his age, especially the last 2 years. He's been injury prone. So hopefully Emmanuel Sanders isn't injury prone.
Oh, yeah. Next. Also with that, Emmanuel Sanders has brought every single team to the Super Bowl he's been on, so wish you luck on that one.
But yeah, now Tennessee versus New England, I loved this game. I did. But I was kind of exhausted after the Vikings game, and I was emotional and distraught until the fourth quarter of this game.
This game, here's the thing, I wasn't distraught because my team never makes the playoffs, so I have nothing to be hurt for. But this game, defense, here's the thing. People criticize, saying like, oh, you want those high-profile shootouts. You always criticize, the defensive type of games. Well, sometimes the defense games suck. This is one of those defensive games that are good. It's not because Patriots lost, because finally because Mike Vrabel knows freaking Bill Belichick. Hell, he won 3 rings with him. He understands the system. Hell, he even put it against Bill Belichick with taking time off the clock. That was my favorite moment of this game.
I love Bill Belichick freaking out where he kept getting the penalized for the punt.
Like, I was just thinking, finally, someone, because it had to take someone who was a student that wasn't Patricia. Ugh.
Or O'Brien.
Oh, boy. That's a no. No, Lamb.
No.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I really enjoyed this game, but this to me wasn't the best the Tennessee show. That would come next week.
Yeah, but this game, oh yeah, it was good. There's just nothing much to discuss. It was really more defensive. Oh wait, what are we even talking about? Derrick Henry was a god mode in this game.
Oh yeah.
Freaking.
I loved him.
Oh yeah.
But here's my thing is, the reason why I like Derrick Henry is I've been backing him up ever since he got out of college. Because Derrick Henry won the Heisman, but he's never really gotten that opportunity to shine. He was backing up DeMarco Murray coming to the NFL. Then he was also sharing time with Dean Lewis. I'm thinking, just give him the ball. He's built like a wall. Just give him the ball, and trust me, I know this. He ran over LSU defenses for about 2.5 years and gave me many years of pain and misery.
And they finally let him shine. And what did they do? They put him on a franchise tag.
I think they actually did put him on a proper contract.
Well, they did, but why? I would have had him on a contract before freaking Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, but finally, Ryan Tannehill, he did his job. He didn't throw the ball.
No, he did his job by handing the ball to Derrick.
Yeah. Nonetheless, there's not much to talk about this game except for the Tom Brady interception that brought him to Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah. And Titans had to give 2 points. The next game. Now, actually, let's look at it seems like the correct order is here. So, the first game was Vikings versus 49ers. Easily the worst playoff game from these playoffs.
Yeah, there was nothing really that interesting about it. It was pretty clear. If you say that's the worst, I think 49ers and Packers is actually the worst still.
That game was actually had me hyped all the way through because Packers finally got exposed.
I don't know. With this game, Vikings 49ers, there was nothing really grasp on outside the first quarter.
Yeah, because Vikings actually should prove they can do something for 1 quarter.
For a whole quarter. And then they just fell off a cliff.
No, they just died.
Yeah, once again, this is pretty simple. 49ers were just a better team.
Yeah, shitty game.
Next is Tennessee, Baltimore. I loved this game.
Now, yeah, I mean, score-wise, no, it's not the most competitive game, but it's just more of, holy smokes.
This game was fun. This game was fun to watch. Here's the thing, this isn't the best game out of the entire playoffs, but this game was just, I loved this game because this is what the NFL playoffs are for. A 6-seed team went into Baltimore and exposed the powerful 14-2 Ravens.
And what makes it better is that finally, for freaking once, that someone that isn't first or second seed is going to the freaking championship games. I was getting sick and tired of that, man. It was boring after a while.
Yeah, I think 2018 kind of was where it peaked.
Yeah.
Because neither teams that anyone wanted to go to the Super Bowl went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll talk about those ones soon. We'll talk about that soon.
But nonetheless, this also had one of the best memes, Derrick Henry pushing Earl Thomas as a blocker.
Like Earl Thomas, man, he was a part of that Super Bowl winning team with Seahawks, and it was his second one. And this boy just got pushed by someone that is like almost twice his size.
I know. This is honestly great. And here's the thing, I don't hate the Ravens. I actually really like the Ravens. I really love Lamar Jackson, but not gonna lie, I was really getting sick and tired of them blowing teams out the water. That's not what I want to watch. You know, they only had a handful of competitive games, and for some reason they lost the Browns early in the season. I don't know what that was about.
But that started their streak.
Yeah,
but they beat the Ravens. They caused the Ravens. They beat the Patriots, causing Patriots to have their loss against the Titans. So
I don't hate it as much. But this was just a fun game through and through if you're not a Ravens fan.
Honestly, Doug, I feel like Ravens fans should be fine with this. I mean, they've been the most consistent team. They're probably like, what the fuck? It's like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. Okay, so next game up, Houston, Kansas City. Easily I don't know if I said this, but this is easily the worst game. You say Minnesota, San Francisco. I say Houston, Kansas City.
I don't know. I'm having second thoughts on that. But the thing is, there's nothing I remember from Vikings versus 49ers. There's not one bit of the game I was entertained. I was only entertained to tell my mom, hey, her team won. With the Texans and Chiefs, the first half, I adored it. Second half, it was kind of boring.
You would blow a 24-point lead in the first quarter.
I thought it was a 28. Oh, boy.
It was like, how does that happen? Here's the thing, this proved that no matter the score, no matter how far they are down behind, Patrick Mahomes is the new GOAT of the NFL. Here's the thing, you could say the argument for Tom Brady. Tom Brady, GOAT, whatever, I don't care, 6 Super Bowl rings, yeah, but he also threw about 20 million slant routes in his career. Don't care. He's not an X factor. Same thing with Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees. He's my personal GOAT. But he's very still. He's very, stable, and he has a great system built around him. Patrick Mahomes has a great system built around him as well, but he makes the system work for him, not the system making him work.
Dude, he has superpowers. He caused that ball to come out of the Texans guy's hand to give the Chiefs that one touchdown. You remember that one, right? The ball just magically came out of the Texans guy's arms and flew into the Chiefs. The Patriots like whoosh. It's amazing.
Also, he's a baseball player.
Dude, he's got some powers, man. I just think the second half. I mean, I'm really thinking it, but I just don't think this was the worst because this game actually entertained me, and it left me actually thinking. The second half was boring. It almost caused me to fall asleep. And going into Seahawks versus Packers, which let's actually talk about that game now. I was just not entertained. It was probably because of how down the Chiefs and Texans were. I don't know, but Packers and Seahawks was just freaking boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be because Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers usually have really good games.
I know. For some reason, I think I was expecting more out of this game, and then that just didn't happen.
I mean, there's nothing. I really don't want to share my information in this game. The only thing I can say is this game, for once, actually gave me legitimate rage. Where Mom was like, "Calm down," because I was screaming "No!" when they got the first down.
Once again, the fourth quarter of this game was great, but everything else was not really notable.
No.
Hey, Green Bay and San Francisco, once again, not really a notable game.
I guess it's just more of 49ers yet again exposing the Packers. Because people are going to this game thinking Packers are going to get it this time. They're going to get it. And the 49ers just whip it their goddamn ass. And then Richard Sherman getting the game-winning interception, which I love that interception so much. The crowd popped for that one.
Oh, yeah. Then, obviously, easily one of my favorite AFC Championship games that I think will be on this list. Jeez, this was just amazing. I think this game really got my dad noticing Patrick, besides the Super Bowl. I think that really got him. But
My dad's like, he deserves that ring. For once, that's my dad saying it, because usually, picky with that one. But he's like, he made 3 back-to-back, 10-point comebacks. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just amazing.
Here's the thing, I enjoyed this game. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, definitely.
My only complaint is that Titans really didn't. When it was 35-17, that's when I knew the Titans were out of it. They didn't really start. The comeback couldn't have happened. That's when the game kind of got killed for me. But yet again, it's kind of like Titans versus Ravens. The score really shouldn't matter. It should be the impact and what it brought. And, just Chiefs straight out getting redemption from last year's AFC Championship game. This was a feel-good moment. It really was.
Yeah, that Super Bowl. One of my favorite Super Bowls in recent memory.
Dude, god damn, finally! I mean, finally,
think,
not the freaking Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I think Colin Cowherd said it best. And this is why I think Jimmy Garoppolo is really good. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes for about 3 quarters of the Super Bowl.
And then he overthrew Emmanuel.
Yeah, but so once again, it's kind of hard to face off against somebody who's the new GOAT of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. Back-to-back 10-point comebacks.
Like, yeah, it's... Dude, here's the thing. My mom was getting happy. Of course, even mom herself, she wasn't, triggered, throwing everything everywhere. Imagine that, though. But she felt good for Andy, Patrick. I mean, they have 5 rings. She can get over it.
Yeah. Now, I think this playoff should be... It's not, in my personal opinion, one of the best. That's one of the best games. And just moments, but this is about, I don't think we're really ranking this, but if I were, about 6 out of 10 overall.
I'd say, I don't know, this playoffs, if we're counting just 2000s onward, I think this should be added, at least for the contention.
Well, we'll see how the other ones go.
Let's just add it for the current moment.
Yeah. I'm going on to the Year Prior.
Yeah, so far, guys, 2019 has been added. I say it should be up there because there's going to be a hell of a lot of other playoffs. Now, so far, we are 22 minutes into this. Guys, these videos aren't going to be short either. They're going to be long videos.
Yeah, on more stuff where it's 2018. Oh, boy.
Now, I want to speed. Well, they'll be 2016s. Alright, let's start this shitty McFree game thing.
I think the top, obviously, Colts, Texans. Gosh darn, this game was not entertaining. It was 21-7.
I forgot. I did rewatch all these. I did rewatch 2010 playoffs, so I know. Dude, this game.
I was bored out of my mind. I just remember being bored out of my mind watching this game. It also didn't help that it was on ABC, and I've just come accustomed to bad games on ABC. Thankfully, Bills and Texans broke that streak, but, I mean, come on.
What sucks for me is that, firstly, Colts and Texans had 2 great games that season. This is also Andrew Luck's last playoff victory, and his last ever win.
One of his last games, yeah.
Freaking bullshit.
I didn't like this game.
No, this game's soup.
Now, Seattle and Dallas. I actually really loved this game. Not because I'm a Dallas fan, but
because you're not.
Yeah, but I don't know. For some reason, I just really loved the kind of weird story that was going on in the second half with the Seahawks kicker. But Sebastian Janikowski got injured trying to kick a 50-plus yard kick. He pulled a hamstring, and then it led the puncher with Aussie punt drop kicking he drop kicked. Let me remind you, he dropped an onside kick into Dallas.
Dude, I remember the reactions to it. They were like, "Oh, okay."
Carroll was so confused. He's like, "Did he just drop kick it?"
He's like, become Bobby Lashley, the most confused man on earth.
I don't know. That's the only thing I remember from this game. I think Dak Prescott really played good. Still not worth the money that he's going to probably get if he stays in Dallas.
He's like, Patrick, give me an 11-year deal.
Give me about $1 million.
I mean, it was good. I say it was decent. I mean, honestly, but when I rewatched the highlights, this was fun. I loved it.
I don't know. It was also good to see another playoff game in Dallas, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, on the Chargers versus Ravens, a game that I liked, kinda.
The game itself, sucked, okay? Let's be honest. Firstly, it was just Chargers hitting field goals, Lamar Jackson having the whoopsies, and then really the fourth quarter when Ravens started making a comeback from 23-3, that's when the game actually started getting somewhere. Of course, I enjoyed it because finally Chargers are doing something, but
I stopped watching the game after the second quarter.
the fourth quarter was actually really good. I would recommend to watch the highlights of the fourth quarter because that's when the game got amazing.
Now, a game I only remember the last 10 minutes of because I was stuck in Lafayette at Barnes & Noble for the entire game. Eagles-Bears. I mean, I didn't watch the entire game. I only watched the last 10 because I was in Barnes & Noble, since I said. And double doink.
This game was actually pretty good. It's kind of crap. What is it? Freak. It was kind of like Texans and not Texans, Titans and Patriots. It was a very good defensive game. Not a classic or anything. Nick Foles had a horrible ass performance, but really the fourth quarter saved this game because if that didn't happen, I really wouldn't be talking about this game much.
Yeah, once again, as I said, I just remember watching the fourth quarter and thinking, oh wow, Chicago, they're actually going to probably make a playoff run. They'll face off against the Rams. Because, Chicago beat the Rams earlier that season, one of the few teams that did. I was actually kind of excited, thinking, oh, this actually may be good. And then, I mean...
They kind of pooped. But boing. About to pick it up, boing boing. I'm going to get some drinks, because I'm thirsty. Bye.
Am I allowed Al Michaels? Double...
Say, I'll let you talk about the Saints game. Well, I'll be right back and I'll join in after.
Okay, Saints, Eagle. Get this right. This game gave me a hard... Really on top, very early on this game. And playing really... First out. Game Saints were just playing really bad. Thankfully, eventually, we were able to kind of find an advantage. Find a little middle ground after Nick Foles got a little overconfident. And that's where we started taking advantage of the game. Then the fourth quarter came about, and it was kind of just seeing who was going to kind of get a last great hurrah. And the Eagles were so close. Eagles were so close to making the comeback be fulfilled, but it went right through, on Jeffrey's hands and right into, correct, it was either Marcus Williams or Marshawn Lattimore. Anyhow, essentially we picked it off in like the last 2 minutes in their goal line area, in their red zone, and I was just like relieved, like, oh boy, we actually won. Oh man, that was intense. Eventually we know what would become the Saints following week, but for that week at the very least.
Oh my god, dude.
And we to the next round.
I am back in gold. Hey, information to share. We can also touch the 99 2000 playoffs because technically that was in 2000s, which is 20 years.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I talked about the Saints-Eagles game.
Oh, dude, this game. Now, Nick Foles yet again had a shitty performance. Let's be honest, he really was shitty in those 2 games. I love this game. I thought it was really good. It was fast-paced, Saints making a 14-point comeback. Because I remember you were thinking, like, well, screw this. They're doing it again. But little did Gold know that they'll do it next week.
I already mentioned the conclusions of what would come.
Here's the thing, I can't really throw much into this game, because you probably already said what I probably would have said. It's a good game. I enjoyed this game. I thought... But I wish the Eagles won this. Just being honest.
Yeah. I mentioned the Alshon Jeffrey thing.
Yeah, what did I just say? I probably said the wrong player there. It's just more of, I think Eagles would have defeated Rams easier. Savage.
Okay, next up, oh boy, Indianapolis versus Kansas City. Another kind of bad game.
Only thing you guys need to know is that this was Andrew Luck's last game. Moving on to Rams versus Cowboys.
I actually really like this game. Who would have guessed? Kirsten Todd Gurley was up this game, and this is whenever I was still rooting for the Rams before
You hated them? I already hated them up to this point.
And, I think it was C.J. Anderson became a little miniature beast mode for one night only, and it was amazing.
And that boy, well, at least he got a ring. Not out of this team, though. But
Broncos, but still.
I remember your text saying this game was actually pretty entertaining.
It was. I gave it an 8. I really loved this game. Honestly, Dallas kind of got screwed because Dak's offensive lineman hugged him mid-play.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and honestly, I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was easily the best game in the divisional round. And I don't know, I just really liked it. Up to that point, it was probably the best game of the playoffs.
It's just a good old football game there, Brad. But
Yeah, there's Patriots. I have nothing to say on this game. I thought it sucked.
the first quarter in general, Patriots with this long drive, getting somewhere, then Chargers under just a couple of minutes gets a touchdown. It's like, ooh, this can be a good football game. And this was Antonio Gates' last game as a Charger, too.
Problem is they didn't rinse and repeat that for the rest of the game, because I might tell you what I remember. 3-yard run, 5-yard pass, 2-yard run, first down, 3-yard pass, 2-yard run, 6-yard pass, first down Patriots, 10-yard first down Patriots, 2-yard run, 2-yard run, 8-yard pass, first down Patriots. That was pretty much the game.
I remember something from this game. I remember the comments telling me, are you going to cry? Are you going to pout? Are you going to cry Chargers are losing? And I said no.
And he did.
I cried on the inside.
Okay, going on to the AFC and NFC Championship games. Both went to overtime. I'm just sad neither teams that I wanted to win won these games.
So, I'm going to start off with Chiefs and Patriots. This one was a classic.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
The other one is not, but
I have nothing to say on this. I just agree.
I mean, here's the thing, the Patriots, I don't know, interesting. Chiefs also screwed themselves over, alright? That was a clear offsides. You know this is true.
Oh, yes, I agree, yeah.
But they also didn't play good defense, even though Tony Romo was giving them the best fucking advice. Dude, Tony, if Tony was the defense coordinator, they could have easily stopped him. He was giving the best advice. He's like, Julian's going to run down the middle. Julian's going to run to the right. They're going to try to run down the middle to get a first down. Fuckers.
Yeah, I love Tony Romo.
Imagine Andy Reid's rewatching this like, fuck, we could have had him.
I think he did eventually rewatch.
But the second game, guys, this game's overrated.
I'm not denying that either. Well, here's the thing. This is remembered for one thing only. The no call.
Which, don't they call it the NOLA call?
No, it was called the no call.
I swear, at one point it was called the NOLA call because it just fits so well.
Why would it be called
the NOLA, the NOLA call? Yeah. I swear, there was a meme about that at one point. Could be wrong. Someone in the comments say something, please, because I swear to God, I can't be wrong. Gold?
I muted my mic.
Oh. It's triggered.
Yeah, this was, we kind of screwed ourselves over. We had the ball first in overtime, and then Drew Brees decided to throw an interception. But, that was on us. But,
It was one of the best interceptions ever.
I'm sorry. The refs blew this hugely. I'm still a little upset about this. As I said, this game doesn't deeply upset me as much as... Here's the thing, this doesn't deeply upset me because at least the Rams went to the fucking Super Bowl. This doesn't upset me deeply as much as the Minneapolis Miracle did. That upset me because that led to nothing.
Yeah, with that. Oh, wait, make the turn.
But, okay, that's all I have to say about the NFC Championship game. On to the Super Bowl. I want to tell you this is what I think about the Super Bowl. Worst Super Bowl, not ever, but in recent memory. I hated the Super Bowl. It's not because two teams were in it that I didn't like. It's not because the halftime performance sucked. It's none of that. This game was not a good defensive game. This was offensive mistakes for all about 3 quarters, and then Rob Gronkowski trucking over 7 people in the 4th.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can say on this. I don't really want to talk about the Super Bowl at all. I don't.
Yeah.
But, so, would this be in a contention? I mean, it's...
I don't think so, because this is what we have. We have a Chargers-Ravens game that didn't get good until the 4th quarter, a Colts-Houston game that was a bit boring for 3 quarters. Seattle-Dallas is good. Eagles-Chicago is kind of okay until the 4th quarter, which is great. Then Chargers-Patriots, which we already know my opinion. Colts Chiefs, boring. Rams Cowboys, great game. Eagles Saints, kind of just good. And then AFC Championship game, amazing. NFC Championship game, good, but overrated. And then a really bad Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the Super Bowl shouldn't really. I mean, the Super Bowl could be sucky. We're gonna get to that playoffs, 2013. Yeah, this should. This game should. This playoffs. I mean, here's the thing. If I had to recommend any games, AFC Championship game.
Oh yeah, I agree. That was a great game. Yeah.
It's time to move to the 2017-18 playoffs, boy.
Okay.
Now I believe this can definitely be in contention, but we can't decide that until we discuss every single game.
Okay, starting, I guess. Oh yeah, we gotta start from January 6th. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Titans versus Chiefs. What a game, man.
This was another example of just a Titans team that wasn't going to go anywhere, but this was just a fun game. This game is 22-21. There was one thing. I remember a lot of stuff. First off, this was the first game that Derrick Henry really showed his true talent, and also Marcus Mariota catching his own pass.
Oh, yeah, I love that. And also, there's a play in there. Crap, it was like it didn't. I know it was a play where the commentator had the freaking voice cracked horribly.
I think that was the catch.
Maybe.
Nonetheless, this was the reason. This game was the reason why Patrick Mahomes was drafted by the Chiefs.
Yeah, this, and oh yeah, this was Alex Smith's last game as a Chief.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was.
Wow. God, I feel bad for the guy. I hope he really gets a chance to play again. Even though he told me he's free, I just don't see it.
Once again, hopefully, I'm hoping that Alex Smith does get to play again. He honestly, if he does, automatic come back to Player of the Year. I don't even care if the team goes 7-9. He deserves it.
Yeah, he.
Walk.
He's a good man for walking off. I mean, that sounds like a bad thing, but he's a good man for giving Patrick the roles. Why do you think Patrick thanked him when he won the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah. Then Titans Chiefs amazing. Then Falcons and Rams is a bit boring.
I mean, I watched the highlights. Okay, it's actually not that bad of a game. It was actually a pretty back and forth game until really the end, and then Falcons got a touchdown and Rams couldn't capitalize because it could have been 26-20, but Rams failed on the fourth and goal. It's just more of Falcons had more of the Super Bowl 51 magic in them until they choked.
I don't know. I kind of love to watch this game now because it's Rams losing to arch nemesis.
Get over it.
So,
yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Then we go to Jacksonville.
This game, I know I praised this game 3 years ago. You remember this? I was just saying, this is a great game. I rewatched the highlights. Boring. It's boring. That's all. Saints and Panthers.
Yeah, there's not really much Jacksonville Buffalo.
I mean, you really want me to go in detail how this game was besides just about a fourth downs?
Now, Saints and Panthers, this was not only a classic playoff game, but this is like, I think this is where the last great Panthers Saints so far kind of came in the Cam Newton era. Actually, I did say so far. Cam Newton era is done. But this was the last great Saints-Panthers game in the Cam Newton era for the Panthers.
Okay, you didn't say it. I'm going to say it. This was the Panthers and Saints' first ever playoff game against each other.
Yeah, it was also the Saints sweeping the Panthers throughout the entire season. Not one, not twice, but 3 times the Saints beat the Panthers.
Make that 4 from the previous season as well.
This was a full-on sweep. Eventually, our ego would catch back on to us, but...
yeah, but still, this was a good game. GG.
The wild card of this round, the wild card was kind of...
It was a start.
It was a start. There were 2 great games, 1 game, and 1 boring as shit game.
Yeah. Now, next round. This is a great divisional round besides 1 game.
Yeah, well, let's just get the 1 game out of the way. Titans-Patriots. It was boring as hell.
Moving on from that, we have
that,
Falcons and Patriots. I mean, Falcons and Eagles.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, this was good.
This was very defensive, but for all the right reasons. This was a game of Can Nick Foles actually lead this great Eagle team to the promised land? Can the Falcons actually get back to the promised land?
And the miraculous reception.
And here's the thing, Julio Jones was amazing in this game, except for the one play where he was needed. And he couldn't get open.
Now, was it this game or was it the rematch where he caught it but his foot was out of bounds?
I think it was a rematch where he caught it his foot without bounds, but he was also targeted in this game, but Matt Ryan overthrew him.
Yeah, it's... Oh, man. I love this game.
I love this game because I hate the Falcons, but also this was a great story.
This is also that story. Defensive games can make a classic.
Now, on to my favorite game of the divisional round, shootout. I love shootouts. It's my favorite type of game. Jacksonville versus Pittsburgh was a shootout.
Dude, holy shit. It's just one of those games where the team is... here's the thing. Jaguars weren't technically choking the lead. It's just that Ben just kept on throwing bombers, and everyone just kept on catching them. I think up until the final touchdown, every single touchdown the Steelers got was just Ben just lobbing it up in the air.
Yeah, it kind of was. And eventually the Jaguars were able to stop them, but this was kind of just... I love shootouts. I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
This is fuck defense. This game has so many moments in it. I love this game.
Oh, speaking of fuck defense, Minneapolis Miracle.
Dude, this game is... Here's the thing. I say the first half, yes, it's a little bit slow. It was 17-0, but when the Saints started making the comeback, and then Vikings finally just breaking their curse of having horrible playoff luck, plus Case Keenum, the GOAT, don't argue with that. Dude, it just... The final few minutes of this game, just a back-and-forth field goal fest, Vikings have now had their luck with, kickers, and they're just finally showing it. I love this game. This game is a true classic right here.
I can't deny it's a classic. I'm just never going to rewatch this game. I can't. As I said, I've come to accept the no call. I don't like it, but I've come to accept it. This still displeases me, because it was one player trying to hit him, not tackle him. Hit. He tried to fucking stick him.
I would have let him catch it and then tackle him. Boom.
It was the dumbest play in NFL history, NFL playoff history. You cannot deny that. This was the dumbest of luck plays of all time. And what would come in the next round pleased me so greatly that I didn't even care the Eagles were going to go to the Super Bowl. I didn't even care. I just wanted Minnesota to burn.
Though.
I wanted Minnesota to burn to the ground.
Dude, it's a classic. That's really all. Which
I still Minnesota to burn to the ground. Stephon Diggs no longer even the team. Here's the thing, I don't hate Minnesota as much as I did when Stephon was on the team, but I still hate Minnesota.
I hate Stephon. That's the only reason why I didn't really care for Vikings.
Okay, on to the next one. Let's do Jack. New England. This is just a classic AFC championship game. I don't even care the fact the Patriots won this game. Jaguars did not deserve to go to the Super Bowl.
No, if they deserved to go, they would have kept the lead.
Come on. Who would have thought? This would have been one of the, not worst, but one of the weirdest Super Bowls of all time. I won't deny it. Blake Bortles versus Nick Foles.
But it wouldn't have been as superior of Nick Foles beating the big boy. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt you there. I had to say it.
Tom Brady. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed this game. At first, I really hated it because, I get another New England game, woohoo! But as the years would go by, I come to actually appreciate the fact that the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl. I'm just glad they didn't win it, but we're not going to get to that yet. Philadelphia versus Minnesota was a boring game, but I loved it because Minnesota got burned.
No, this game was fun, dude. The Philadelphia crowd was wild the whole entire game. That made this game fun.
Oh yeah, I agree. There's not much to say on it other than Nick Foles actually played great in that game.
Yeah, but this game, it's just more of Vikings got some karma.
And now, the Super Bowl. And he might disagree with me on this, but I think this is one of the best Super Bowls that will be on this playoff thing.
Oh, dude, I'm going to get to my favorite Super Bowl soon. And trust me, guys, it's a good game.
As you know, I love shootouts. This is my favorite Super Bowl of all time, in general. I love shootouts. I don't care for defense. I just want a shootout that occasionally gets a defensive stop, and this is what it gave me. And I love this game We got the Philly special. We got Nick Foles catching a pass. Tom Brady not. We got actually great offensive plays for both teams. Brandon Cooks, who got traded to the Patriots earlier this season, got knocked the hell out in the first quarter. I loved this game so much.
And this game has something.
I get over the fact that maybe that one pass was not a catch, but I love this game.
Now, there's one thing in this game that I absolutely love, is that the different type of scoring. And also, Eagles did something I adore, and that is keeping the lead in front of Patriots until just the final few minutes. Man.
And that they put the throw on the pedal. If it was 4th and 4, they were going for it. And I love this game.
That Zach Ertz catch. I mean both of them. The one on 4th and 1 and the one in the end zone. God, man.
Just great game. Now, would I put this playoff on the list? I would, because we got a great Carolina New Orleans game, great Tennessee Kansas City game, a kind of Atlanta Rams game. We got the Minneapolis Miracle, with as much as I despise it, is a classic. We have great defensive game in Atlanta, Philadelphia, great shootout in Jacksonville, Pittsburgh. Not notable Tennessee New England game, but that's just what you come to expect. Another great AFC Championship game. Burn to the ground Vikings game, the NFC Championship, and a classic Super Bowl.
And that's really all. I see. I was about to say, this game should automatically go into the contention of one of the best. It was just entertaining playoffs.
Yep. On to 2016, which I think we already both know how we feel about this.
I just want to get to this one quickly, dude. I don't want to talk about I hate this playoffs.
Let's just go through this real quick. No genuine opinions. Just say, yeah. Starting with the top, Miami-Pittsburgh. This game was boring as sin, and the only notable thing was that I think Matt Moore getting knocked out.
Ugh.
Okay, Oakland-Houston. Once again, not really a notable game. Would have been better if Derek Carr was actually healthy for this game, and Houston kind of got an easy pass.
Packers versus Giants. Oh boy, was the Eli magic going to happen again? Hell no. Aaron Rodgers yet again proving why he is the Iron Man for some reason.
Okay, Detroit-Seattle. A really boring game in CenturyLink Field. Sad that Detroit couldn't do anything.
Pittsburgh versus Chiefs. The only thing you need to know is that Pittsburgh scored, no joke, how many field goals? Fuck, let me count here. 6 field goals.
And they still won, proving why Alex Smith is truly the GOAT. Okay, Houston, New England. Hey, there's one thing I remember from this game. Nothing. Moving on.
Okay, wait. Let's actually pause and actually talk about this game.
The only good game in this playoff run was Green Bay versus Dallas. Outside the Super Bowl, this divisional round game, classic. We had the up-and-coming Dak and Zeke attack versus Aaron Rodgers. The one game where I actually kind of liked Aaron Rodgers, not gonna lie.
Same here.
Because he made an impossible pass to, I don't remember the times, I think Jared Cook, was tight end. I could be wrong about that. But it was a side tiptoe catch. It was impossible, and he made it. This game throughout was a classic. This was another great Green Bay comeback, which you just come to expect with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're right, Jared Cook. Good.
Yeah, I'm a smart boy. Also, Dak and Zeke played amazing this game. And honestly, if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers kind of being, at that time, a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, this would have been a Dallas win, and maybe we would have gotten a competent NFC Championship game.
But here's the thing. This game was also good because Dallas made like a 21-3 comeback. So they proved they were their record. I love this game. And there's nothing more. You said pretty much everything I wanted to say. It was just, after a really shitty playoffs, and no, Steelers versus Chiefs is not good. That game was boring. It was finally just something that was just like, wow. Like everyone was saying.
It was kind of like breath of fresh air.
Yeah. And then let's...
Okay, go back through it. Seattle, Atlanta. Kind of was good for the first half. Not really that notable.
No, there's something notable. Russ Wilson tripping on his car.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, Pittsburgh versus New England. Hey, what happens if, Pittsburgh doesn't try? Well, we found out.
They never try. No, here's the thing. I was looking forward to this game because previously in that season, I believe Ben got injured. So I was looking forward to see what Ben could have done if he actually did take on Patriots previously. This is what would have happened.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't focus on that game. Okay, Green Bay Atlanta. I hate this game because I hate Aaron Rodgers because he gets so much attention for pretty much Hail Marys, and he causes all the attention to go away from Drew Brees, who is the GOAT, don't at me, and I hate the Falcons. There was nothing to like about this game. I was rooting for the Packers, I was pure spite. And then we got a great Super Bowl, not the greatest of all time, a great Super Bowl, but one of the worst Super Bowls for me as a fan of the NFL to root for. Who do I root for? Do I root for the empire of the New England Patriots, who I despise, or my fucking division rival? Of course I'm rooting for Tom Brady to win, because I hate my division rival. I literally clapped and applauded whenever the Falcons blew the 28-3. I was dying of laughter, but I was also severely pissed off, because how could you let Tom Brady do this? You guys suck at everything in Atlanta. You can't even do competency right. Screw you. Screw Tom Brady. Congrats to the Patriots for getting the fifth ring of all time in their gauntlet of infinity stones of pain and misery. I hate Atlanta. I hate Patriots. I like Julio and his catches, but I hate everything about the Super Bowl, but it's still a great Super Bowl. That's all I have to say.
It's a great Super Bowl, but I hate when people top this on number one, considering there's Super Bowl 52, and the eventual one we're going to talk about here, that's my all-time favorite Super Bowl. It's just more of... Here's the thing. These shitty playoffs did lead to a pretty entertaining Super Bowl. It's a different type of Super Bowl. I'm actually appreciative that this was the first Super Bowl to go to overtime. So yes, that's also what helps in being fantastic. But it's just more of... No one cared. That's how I gotta say. No one cared. By this point, the playoffs sucked so badly, no one really cared. They were just thinking, end it. Kill us.
So far with the worst playoffs. There were only two notable games. Green Bay and Dallas in the Super Bowl. Let's get out of here before it sticks to us.
Yeah, let's I don't want to get a freaking hernia. So.
Okay, 2016. I don't really... Let me look through this. I remember the NFC side, because I remember watching a lot of the NFC games, but,
Seems like AFC has the best games compared to NFC.
Yeah, let's start from the top. Pittsburgh, well, actually, I think it's actually Kansas City, Houston. Yeah, no, I don't remember anything from that game.
No, Kansas City and Houston was first. Yeah, no one remembers that game. Well, besides the opening kickoff, because that was a touchdown, that's all. So, moving on.
I remember, first off, Steelers-Cincinnati, who would have thought the score of 18-16 would happen twice to Pittsburgh?
It's crazy, right? But this game, dude.
Was classic. This is a game where everyone can kind of mutually agree. This is where Antonio Brown's career started spiraling out of control.
Because he fucking got the shit.
He got hit like a helicopter by Vontaze Burfict. Here's the thing, Vontaze Burfict is obviously a very infamous player in the NFL, one of the worst and dirtiest players. But god damn, what's that?
Needed?
Oh my god.
It wasn't needed.
It was not needed, but I kind of laughed whenever looking back at this play, considering what happened to him the following year with Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah. Here's the thing. This game. Here's the thing. If the Bengals won this and the next game they lost, this could have been a all-time. It's to me, some of its value is broken because the Steelers won, because the crowd was so into it, because Andy wasn't starting. The Bengals keep saying Saints. The Bengals had everything going bad for them going into this game. They just made a 15-point comeback in the fourth quarter. They were about to pull this game off. They were making all the mistakes in the final few minutes because they fumbled. They're getting flags, but they could somehow pull this off. I literally, dude, no joke. I'm telling you this now because I watched this live. I would have probably gone into tears. Just feeling so good for the Bengals fans, for all the shit they've gone through, to finally have a good moment. Yes, I actually would have teared up and actually cried for them. But no! Burfict wants to make Antonio cry.
Yeah, also, wait, 15-point comeback?
Yeah, they were down 15-0 going into the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
It just sucks. But let's talk about another classic.
Oh, you're talking about Seattle, Minnesota?
Yes, this game is so underrated.
This game was just a proof of good defensive game, but no one remembers the great defense or the great catches that came downfield, like that happened like 5 times in this game. People remember this for one thing and one thing only. Blair Walsh Walsh missing a chip. He basically missed an extra point.
No.
He missed less than an extra point at that time. He missed less than an extra point and went wide left.
I have 3 notable things from this game. Firstly, the Seahawks punter almost dying and his nose being busted open. That was kind of funny, not gonna lie. The second thing was Seahawks having that fantastic one-hand catch. Dude, imagine catching a one-handed ball in the cold. And hitting the ground hard as well. Dude, that's gotta fucking hurt. It's not the same thing as being sunny or nighttime. It's the cold.
Oh, yeah.
And the third thing is Russell Wilson having like a big run, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was either... Yeah, Russell Wilson had a really big run.
You can't really bring much of this game because, I mean, it's more of gotta rewatch the highlights. It needs to be talked about. Why is it not?
And yeah, then Green Bay Washington, which is kind of a game throughout. Not really notable.
It was good at first when Washington was actually beating Packers and you were going to think, holy cow, is Kirk Cousins actually about to do something for this team? Hell no.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the wild card round. On to, I think we can all agree that Kansas City, New England. Yeah.
It was a fine game.
I don't remember much from this game. I probably didn't watch it. That's probably why I don't remember it.
I watched this and I don't remember a single thing from it.
Yeah, that says something about this. Okay, Green Bay, Arizona. I love this game.
This is a classic.
From the Hail Mary in the fourth quarter.
2! Both of them! He had 2.
Oh, he had 2?
You remember it was like 4th down and 20 and he was like in his own end zone and he got another Hail Mary?
Oh, yeah!
Like, that was not talked about.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, I'm not too sure if he won the MVP this season, but he deserved it. He had actually 3 great Hail Marys, 2 in this game, and 1 in the Lions game. Oh.
Dude, he was on a roll, but they gave it to good old Camby boy.
Yeah. But nonetheless, this was a classic game, and who can forget Larry's run?
But too bad this game will not age well based on the next game.
Yeah. But before we get to that, Pittsburgh, Denver. I mean, I love Peyton Manning, but this season sucked for him.
This game was fine. I mean, it was good. It wasn't boring or anything. It was just good. That's really all.
Yeah, it's not really notable. Then Seattle, Carolina. I love this game. I hate Carolina. I hate the fact that Carolina won, but Panthers almost blew a 24-7 lead.
No, they almost blew a 31-0 lead.
Oh, yeah. Wait, it was really 31-0?
Yeah, in the first half, 31-0, then Seahawks got 24 unanswered points in the second.
If Seattle had just completed the comeback, we probably would have gotten a great Arizona versus Seattle playoff game.
Dude, they had 2 classics in the regular season. Oh my god, we were so close.
Oh, no, but nonetheless, Russell Wilson played great in this game. Can't deny it. Okay, next game, Arizona, Carolina.
No.
It sucked. New England, Denver.
Classic.
It was classic. It wasn't as good as the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady matchups of old, but...
No, but it was the intensity, though. That's what mattered most.
Yeah, it's a big man flash ride.
Now, the most overhated Super Bowl in history. Super 50.
I don't hate this as much as I did. I still think it's boring as hell.
I mean, it's not, because Super Bowl 53 happened, that's why.
Yeah, I feel like I can like this game a bit more. First off, I mean, there were so many good memes, but this game is really only remembered for one thing in my eyes. The Broncos defense just owning Cam Newton all game.
Well, for me, I'm sticking by this. If the Panthers were 16-0 going into this game, people would be considering this game a classic.
Oh, yes, I do not deny that.
Because they're not saying it's a classic because Panthers are 15-1. No, it's impressive how this was done. This was a defense picking apart a team that's just been wilding out.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been 16-10 fine. I just think, not the greatest Super Bowl of all time, but, you know, if this was just a regular season game, this would have been great.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like Jaguars Steelers from 2017.
Yeah, now, I say this should be put up in the contention.
I don't know. For me personally, there's not really a lot of... I mean, there are great moments, there's no denying that, but as a whole, there's not that much to find on. Outside of Seattle, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. I mean, yeah, the NFC divisional round games were great. And I guess you can say the AFC divisional round games were good, but not really notable. There's not really enough to really bite into in this one.
Yeah, I guess it's.
Also, my personal eyes, that NFC Championship game really downs the points.
Yeah, it's just 3 classic games just couldn't help it. Now 2015 now.
2014, 2015. Let's do.
Oh yeah, 2014. All right, let me get another soda just to add to the collection here.
Oh man, what were I looking at this? Oh man, the NFC side. Oh yeah, this was that where that game came from.
Dude, I have a good feeling this one's definitely gonna be one of the best.
Well, I mean, I'm already looking at the NFC side and kind of agreeing with you, kinda.
Well, let's kick off.
Let's start off with January 3rd.
One of the worst playoff games of all time. Cardinals versus... This was the first game, because I'm watching this live. This game sucked. And if you want to know why it's one of the worst, look up SB Nation, y'all. They are not wrong. I remember watching this, hating this game. It's fucking horrible, dude.
I get this game confused with the NFC Championship game.
They're both one of the worst, dude.
Yeah. But there's nothing really to talk about this game. But Baltimore-Pittsburgh was good.
It's one of the most forgettable games from these two.
It is one of the most forgettable games between those two teams, but those two teams still put on really good games.
Yeah, it was good, but it's just like not on their level. And then, let's get the other game out of here. Colts. It's I don't know.
Not really talking about Bengals, Colts. I don't remember it, but I do remember Detroit versus Dallas.
Yeah, I remember how Lions got robbed.
Oh, they got robbed so hard in that game. This was the one season where it looked like Detroit might make a deep playoff run because Calvin Johnson was GOAT, and then they lost.
And what sucked... No, what's funny is that they're saying, I don't think Dallas got robbed, though, because those rules weren't inflicted until later on.
Yeah. But,
still a good game.
Alright, so, okay, let's go back to the AFC. Colts, Denver. This was notable for one reason. Hey, Andrew Luck beat Peyton Manning. Woohoo!
Again. I think this is... I guess it's kind of like Super 50. It's just an underrated, team. Because no one expected Colts to make a deep playoff run.
Oh, yeah, then they did. And then the Fleet Gate.
Which we'll get to that soon.
Okay, Baltimore Patriots. This was a great game.
Classic.
This is classic. I mean, for about 4 or 5 years, from about 2010 through 2014, 2015 roughly, the Ravens were just great. And they faced the Patriots and Broncos throughout that course of time, and they were great.
Yeah, and also with this game is that it was back and forth. And if Ravens easily could have won this game if just Joe Flacco didn't force the ball. But don't worry, Joe Flacco forces a lot of things.
Yeah, now, Dallas Green Bay.
Classic.
Classic, obviously no catch, but even without that, this was still a great game.
Yes, this is... I mean, there's nothing too notable, but this was Turner's last playoff game, so... He's got that one for... Excuse me. Ooh, nice burp.
Airline Seattle. I don't really remember this game.
I watched it live. I guess just more of the Panthers actually proved, maybe they aren't as bad as the record says, but, Seahawks said, whoop your ass.
Yeah, obviously, the AFC Championship game, we're going to get that out of the way first.
Sucked.
45-7. Now, let's get to the NFC Championship game. One of the best NFC Championship games of all time. I mean, who could forget that amazing pass from Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse in the end zone? That was just amazing.
Well, there's also something that one talks about in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, let's also not talk about the onside kick where the Packers player didn't catch the ball and went right to the Seahawks player's hands. Oh, yeah, and also the double comebacks.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
And
nice.
also Lynch being beast mode in this game. The defense just going all out on both sides of the ball. This was just a classic. There's really nothing to hate about this. If you're going to nitpick, just nitpick the fact that the Packers took a really early lead. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't consider it the greatest compared to the year previous, because I can't wait to get to that game. It's just, I like the game. I do. I just don't. I cannot bring myself to call it the greatest, even when you've given me your pointers. I agree, it's a great game, but I'm not gonna put in the greatest and show people and say, "Hey, this is a really good game." I just don't see it that way.
It doesn't have the rivalry factor.
No, I didn't have it until afterwards. It added to it though.
Yeah, now the Super Bowl, which I can't deny.
Yes,
I like.
this is my all-time favorite Super Bowl. This is the most balanced Super Bowl in NFL history. I think it is.
This certainly in my top 10. I won't deny it. I really love this game. It was kind of like, can Tom Brady get his fourth ring compared to can the Seahawks do a repeat? It was Pete Carroll versus Bill Belichick, Russell Wilson versus Tom Brady. It was just Legion of Boom versus a great Patriots offense. It was a good game.
And what made it better is that there's a lot of things that came out of this. Firstly, Russell Wilson proved 2 weeks previous, not a week previous. 2 weeks previous was actually kind of a fluke because, dude, he was balling out in this game. This is the game where Russell Wilson truly became that leader type of guy. And here's the thing, Seahawks didn't choke after this, unlike the Falcons and Rams. Even the Eagles, too. They actually kept going with the momentum after this game. This game was just so good because, here's the thing, they're also the most hated teams around this time as well, which is funny.
Those are fan bases.
Yeah, and they put on one of the best Super Bowls. I love the Super Bowl. I love the ending. I love the catch because this game doesn't hurt because Seahawks got a ring the year previous, so it's kind of like, nothing really hurts from this. Russell has his ring. He would have had more well-deserved ring here where he get talked about more as one of the greatest, but still, regardless, Russell has his ring, Pete has his ring, Legion of Boom did get the ring, so it's kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. I would put this, I don't know, this playoff run's kind of bipolar. The wild card round didn't really have any notable game outside Detroit, Dallas. The divisional round, once again, had 2 great games and an game both times. And the AFC Championship game kind of sucked. And the NFC Championship game, in my personal eyes, is a classic. You kind of see it's just a really good game.
Yeah, this game would immediately get kicked out if we put it in the greatest, dude.
I don't know, I wouldn't put this in, but I would kind of, honorable mention for now, because that Super Bowl's a classic.
Yeah, let's put it, you're right, let's go put it in honorable mention. Because who knows, maybe it could. I don't see it lasting long. I think 2013's though. Oh, I can't wait to touch this one, dude. I honestly think 2013's is one of the greatest. But let's see if it has aged well for me.
Oh, I already see this from the top, and I agree with you. Holy crap! The first 3 games. Okay, let's start from the top in the NFC. 49ers Packers. I love this game.
Oh my God, I remember this game. Colin Kaepernick going into the cold. Yes. Packers and 49ers also had a really good rivalry going up to this point as well.
For some reason, 2011 through about 2015 had just really great rivalry games that were not divisional in the NFC.
Yeah, and Packers and 49ers were one of the top tiers. 2012 opening game, Colin beat Aaron. 2012 divisional round. Colin beat Aaron. 2013 opening game. Colin beat Aaron. Can he do it again, but in Green Bay in the cold? Hell yeah, he did.
And I said, I just love this game. Not really much to note on.
Next game. Dude.
It's the Eagles. The 6th seed Saints, by the way. Yes, thank you very much. Went into the freezing cold Philadelphia, which, by the way, the knock at this point on Breeze was he can't play in the cold. And he plays in the cold.
Dude, this game, man. Oh my God. This game is so underrated. I just back my own head for that. It's so underrated. No one talks about this.
The 2018 game was a bit notable, but
You know.
Yeah, our defense sucks, by the way. And then, I mean, come on. Chiefs versus the Colts. Who could forget this epic comeback?
Yeah, that's where we'll quickly move on from this. This game's been beaten to death. There's nothing you can add to this.
Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except, Andrew Luck comeback. Hey.
I just took notice. Andrew Luck's first play... No, was it? Was it? No, yeah, his first playoff victory was his last playoff loss.
Nice. Okay, yeah. For Bengals, I don't know much about this game.
Well, Bengals, I guess because 9-7 Chargers surprised everyone by winning. That's really all, but it wasn't the best game ever.
I know. Okay. Moving on to the divisional round. Still don't really have that many notable games outside.
No, this has a lot of notable games.
In the divisional round.
Well, 2.
Okay. 49ers Panthers. It's good.
Yeah. I watched highlights.
Man, Saints, and Seahawks. If Marquez Colston maybe stepped out of bounds instead of trying to lateral it halfway across the field, maybe we would have had a shot at Hail Mary. Just maybe. You think maybe use the wide receiver logic for a second and just, step out of bounds? We still had 7 seconds on the clock.
I found this game, dude. This game's good. I think no one talks about this game. Plus, also, a playoff game that has rain. Whoa.
I don't know. There's reasons why I don't like about. I mean, it's not as bad as some of the other Saints games, but I mean, come on. 2010, the Saints got cucked so many times in the playoffs.
No, here's the thing. Saints had a better performance in this game than they did last time against Seahawks because they got blown out 34-7.
I mean, yeah. Okay, Colts, Patriots?
Nah.
I have nothing to say. Now, don't know that much about Chargers or Broncos.
I do. I remember being heartbroken. Here's the thing. It was actually a really good game. Chargers at first were losing 17-0, and then it was 24-7 going to the fourth quarter. And then Chargers started making some kind of comeback, and then just a little sliver of a chance. The Chargers almost, somehow, someway, could have made the comeback, and somehow could have won, and upset Peyton Manning again in the playoffs. I think this game is very underrated, but based on the story with Chargers and Peyton Manning, and this was Chargers Peyton Manning's last playoff game, unfortunately, which really sucks. I guess you could say, finally, Peyton Manning overcame the Chargers in the playoffs. That's what this game matters most for.
Yeah, well, first let's start with the AFC Championship game. Classic.
Yes. You said AFC, right?
I said AFC.
Yeah, and this is a good game. Freaking Tom Brady throwing the helmet.
This is just amazing.
But the NFC game.
Oh, I also love this. 2 back-to-back NFC Championship games in a row. It's classics in my eyes.
But this is the better game. This game, here's the thing. Yeah, I'll admit it. 49ers got robbed in a lot of things. Yes, but Colin forced it in the end zone. There's no...
There's no denying that. It was, still phenomenal. I mean, another reason why I remember this game, I will forever remember, is... don't... Sorry, receiver like Crabtree. I mean...
Dude, I remember a guy screamed that. It was, I don't know if you've seen the clip, where someone was at an NBA game and screamed that towards Richard Sherman in the crowd, and he turned and went like, hey!
I did poor Aaron Andrews.
God, dude, she was like, what the fuck? But this is what made me love Richard.
Same. I don't hate him as much as most people did.
I love him. The guy speaks for what he does.
Yeah. Now on to the Super Bowl.
One of the most disappointing Super Bowls. Here's the thing. It's not no 9. This is one of the best playoffs. But the freaking Super Bowl.
I put this on the list, but that Super Bowl is severely disappointing.
I had so much hope. Here's the thing. It was more one of those adrenaline rushes because I was just thinking... It's just more of like in the moment type of thinking. It's like adrenaline just pumps and you're like, holy shit. This is supposed to be a good game. Look what the Seahawks are doing. But then you think about it afterwards. It's like, wow. That game was actually shit.
I don't know. I feel like this Super Bowl Super for one reason, and that is the fact that we don't really see blowouts in the Super Bowl anymore. And hey, we got one, and hopefully we never get one again.
We better not. I swear, you could count Super Bowl 53.
I don't.
I would.
Okay, on to 2013.
Now, 2013. Dude. Oh, wait, 2012. 2012. Maybe not the first half, but the second half of these playoffs, I think easily will put this in the greatest man.
Well, I'll decide that as I'm currently. Yeah, the wild card kind of sucks. Let's just go through wild card real quick. Colts, Ravens. I remember this for one reason only. Hey, look, Andrew Luck.
Hey, look, Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Bengals, Texans. I don't really remember this game except Texans finally win something.
Again.
Okay, Packers, Vikings. Wait, the Vikings faced the Packers in the playoffs?
Yeah, no, the Vikings had I think their third-string quarterback playing. I don't know.
No wonder it was more. And Seattle, Washington. I remember this for one reason.
RG3 killing himself.
Kind of, ended right here.
Well, here's the thing. It was between the two quarterbacks of the first round, so...
Russell Wilson was our first-round pick.
Wait, was it?
He was 4th round.
Oh, shoot. How the roles reversed, huh? Russell plays more like a first round.
Yeah, remember, the Seahawks initially picked up Matt Flynn for agency because that one great game in the Lions, then Matt Flynn lost a starting job to fourth-round pick Russell Fields. By the way, this is real. Fiance cheated on him with Golden Tate, who was Russell Wilson's wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't know why Golden Tate would be the first priority. Just saying.
Okay, now let's get to the divisional round, the much more notable of rounds.
Oh man, I say let's save that game for it's January. Let's go. I'll let you decide which game we're talking about first.
Let's start with Seattle Atlanta. I love this game and also hate it. I love it because it was just a great game throughout. I hate it because Atlanta won. But there's one notable thing about this game. Pete Carroll called timeout right as the kicker for the Falcons missed a 50-plus yard kick, and they counted the timeout. He got a second chance drive right down the middle.
That final minute alone, no, not even the final minute, like the final 30 seconds of this game, it was on another level of just craziness. I love this game.
49ers Packers, once again. Not really the greatest game of all time.
No, but Colin Kaepernick had one of the best performances of all time in this game.
Oh yeah, I agree, and that's really the only notable thing about this game.
That's actually true, though. He had one. I think he had like the most runs with throwing yards as well, and he also had that major run that threw the whole entire Packers defense off guard.
Yeah, including Clay Matthews.
Yeah, then Texans.
Nothing notable about that game. Moving on, and yeah, I'll let you talk about Baltimore Denver.
I mean, I also think this game's been talked about, but I just want to share it. The Ravens versus Broncos. Now, this game was funnily aged because who is Joe joined now? Ha ha! The Broncos. The game itself. Holy cow, dude! I mean, look at this. Firstly, you have the Ravens underdogs who got blown out by the Broncos previously in the season. I believe 34-17. Ravens choked a 9-2 record. A 10-6 just barely got themselves in the playoffs. They didn't win the division though because no, they did. Oh, they did. Nice. So they're going into Denver. Definitely one of the most hardest places to play in. Peyton Manning looking at his best for the first time ever since the Super Bowl loss against Drew Brees. Heyo. And so pretty much this game is one of the most. This game was just back and forth. There was never a time in this game where one team had momentum than the other. It was the most evenly matched NFL game ever. I believe this game also had the first ever back-to-back kickoff returns. I could be wrong on that, or I think it was back-to-back-to-back. I'll have to look on that. I remember rewatching this game at least in January. This game's a classic, and it went into double overtime. What? Double overtime? That doesn't usually happen much anymore in the NFL playoffs. I think the last time that happened was the Rams and the Panthers. So it's just more of, this game is a 5-star match. And here's the thing, this game ages well because Ravens did eventually lead themselves to the Super Bowl, and Ravens deserved the Super Bowl. But we'll say that afterwards.
Yeah, Ravens-Patriots was notable for the Ravens beating the Patriots.
Getting revenge from the years previous, which also, this game was actually entertaining. It was. Watch the highlights, you'll see why.
Am I not the only one? I must not watch 49ers versus Falcons.
I did. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take your word for it. I don't remember this game.
So,
I do remember this Super Bowl before Super Bowl 52 was my favorite Super Bowl.
Well, I want to schedule 49ers and Falcons. I don't know if you know much on this, but Falcons had a 17-0 lead. 49ers, they started making a comeback slowly but surely. But anytime really 49ers made a mistake, oh my god. Their coaches again, who again? Did you have Jim? Oh, it's Jim, right?
For the 49ers, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, he was getting pissed, especially when 49ers got robbed or 49ers had a penalty towards the end zone. Jim's reaction, you'll probably easily find it. Jim, just fell to the floor. Then he picked himself back up. It was hilarious.
I think I've seen the meme.
Probably.
But, yeah, I mean, brother versus brother in the Super Bowl.
Also, the Super Bowl itself was really good. I mean, the first half, no. But the second half, yes.
Amazing.
The second half, on another level of God.
I mean, hell, this is not only in New Orleans, but the dome lights went out for half the field.
I think people are stretching saying the NFL intentionally did that. I don't think so.
They didn't. If they intentionally did it, then they would have gotten it fast. Just with like full on 15, 20 minutes of no lights and about 5 minutes no audio.
Like, this just like they're thinking, oh, we need 40 hours to make a comeback, so let's just turn the lights on and off.
But they did make a comeback. And it was, oh gosh, it was entertaining. From Jacoby Jones, opening half kickoff return for a touchdown, which was like 108 yards, 109 yards. Colin Kaepernick finally doing something great. I think Randy Moss even got a catch in the Super Bowl.
Oh, sure, I forgot Randy Moss was a part of the 49ers.
Yeah, he was on the 49ers.
He should have joined the Ravens just for one game.
Yeah, people forget about that. But nonetheless, this was just classic routes.
And the Ravens deserve this, because this was Ray Lewis' last game, dude. They went through Denver, they beat New England in New England, and they beat the 49ers in the Dome against his own brother. Not Lewis's brother, but you know what I mean. I say this is definitely one of the best playoffs, just based on the divisional round onwards.
I agree. I don't think it's going to hold up compared to others, but I do agree this should make it.
It needs to. I feel like the games that I feel like would fight it, it definitely would be most likely the Super Bowl. I mean, you're saying there's good games that I think can fight with it. But let's go to NFL playoffs 2011.
2012, oh boy.
2012.
Okay, oh god, straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I think we can super do this for most of the wild card rounds.
Wait a minute. Oh, I think this could.
Atlanta Giants 224.
No.
Enough said. Lions versus Saints was not really that notable. But
It was a good game, actually. I watched the highlights. It was a pretty back and forth until Lions were Lions.
Yeah. Then, hey, remember whenever the Bengals were a playoff contender? Nope. Woo.
Remember when Texans can easily get to the division round?
Not me. Woo. Yeah. Pittsburgh, Denver.
Classic.
Tebow time, baby.
That's a classic right there.
Oh gosh, I love this game solely for that run by Demaryius Thomas.
Oh yeah, dude, it was the first play of overtime as well. So,
I love it. Now on to the divisional round. Hey, Giants, Packers.
so good. The game itself, I mean, not the fantastic of all time, but Giants straight out exposed the Packers and proved as to why Drew Brees should have been MVP that year and not Aaron.
Okay, Saints 49ers.
Classic.
I love it because this proves that Drew Brees was never the problem. The defense just sucks. Okay, so he made a comeback with less than a minute left. All you have to do, stop him. What's the Saints defense do? Not stop Vernon Davis in the end zone with how much time was left? Like 13 seconds?
Probably even lower than that.
Alex Smith just threw boom, it was like 4 plays. Boom, 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 touchdown.
Whoa!
Saints law, 32-36. Great game. I love to hate it.
Yes. Baltimore Ravens. I mean...
Houston, Texans.
What a matchup! No, this game... the only thing going into this game is that Texans were being very forceful in the end. They could have, honest to God, they had plenty of time to get down the field to tie it, but they were just forcing the ball down the field. Even the highlight people said it themselves. So yeah.
And then Denver got blown out by the God.
Now that game was sucked, but oh my God, these championship games are classics. I honest to God feel like this is what's going to save these playoffs.
Giants, 49ers, in overtime. 49ers muffed the punt for the Giants to get it, and that was just classic.
I'm going to defend these playoffs. That's why they should be greatest, but we'll discuss on that afterwards.
Yeah, Baltimore, I'm not going to lie. Baltimore versus Patriots was a classic AFC Championship game.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. The next year's wasn't as good as this one, but it's more of story-wise, it was still good.
Now, wasn't this the one where the Ravens missed the kicks to go into overtime?
Yep, and that guy, ooh, thank God, I'm glad that happened, because they would have never gotten Justin Tucker.
Yeah, and then the Super Bowl's classic. I mean, I'm not quite done. The Super Bowl's classic.
I
think this would have been their first one. Giants versus Patriots, 21-17. Oh my gosh.
I still think the first one's better, but the second one, it also has a lot of story going into it. But why? I'm defending this playoffs. Now, Giants, Falcons, Yeah, that can go by. Lions and Detroit. God damn, I did it again. Whatever. That you know. But Texans got the first playoff victory. Yes. Tim Tebow proving everyone wrong by winning his playoff game. Hell yeah. Giants exposing the 15-1 Packers. 49ers and Seahawks. 49ers and Saints. Uh-oh. You know, funny we're speaking of that team. We'll get to that soon. 49ers and Saints putting on a classic. I don't know. Ravens and Houston wasn't the greatest, but well, I guess Patriots, Denver, nah. Championship games are straight out classics, and the Super Bowl is great. I feel like this playoffs has a lot of things going for it.
I don't know. I feel like I do agree with you. I think putting it in there for now is fair.
Yeah, I feel like, well, like we said, we'll do process of elimination.
Yeah, if it's going to last, that's a different story, but
Different story for another day. But 2010, I already know this one's definitely not lasting. Oh, I could be wrong.
But you think it's classic or not?
We're about to see.
I mean, let's start from the top. Jets, Colts. I mean,
Peyton's last game was a Colt.
I mean, Mark Sanchez beat Peyton Manning. Think about that.
Okay.
Okay, and no one remembers Ravens versus Chiefs.
Nope.
Packers versus Eagles. That was actually one of the good game.
Yes, that was good. This game is actually good.
Good. I don't like.
So if you guys, I think you guys start to know which game he's talking about. We don't even have to say it. No.
East Coast Quake.
See, if you guys don't get it after he said that, I don't even know.
Skittles. Skittles.
Skittles. The Skittles got hit in the nuts.
That's all I can think of whenever I think of this game is Skittles.
But Jets upsetting the Patriots.
That was classic.
Yes.
No, classic. I don't like. That was classic. I don't like Beast Mode, but that was classic.
Yeah. But Ravens, Patriots. I'm looking at Patriots when I said that.
Ravens Steelers. Classic match between these two division rivals.
Oh yeah. Next game, Falcons getting exposed.
Funnily enough, they do the same thing in Green Bay only a few years later.
Yeah.
Seattle, Chicago. Hey, look, Seattle got exposed.
Exposed. AFC both championship games. They were, dude. I wish we got Mark Sanchez versus Jay Cutler.
Oh yeah, same. I agree.
Championship games were fine. I mean, Jets, Patriots. God damn, I'm looking at Patriots. That's why.
Both games were kind of good. They could have been better if, let's just say, for example, Jay Cutler didn't get injured and didn't have that infamous picture taken of him. And probably would have been better if the Jets didn't suck in the fourth quarter.
I'm better off if Jets weren't trying to force things. The actual Super Bowl itself, it had a lot of story going into it. The actual Super Bowl itself, it's entertaining, but not one of the greatest.
I don't know. For me, this playoffs was a bunch of moments, but not the greatest playoffs of all time. I think the greatest game, easily in my eyes, was Jets Patriots.
Yeah, I can't fight on that. Or Beast Mode game. You may not agree with that, but Beast Mode game was pretty good again. Can't fight it.
Okay,
it was just not a bad playoffs. It's just good.
Now this one is going to be. I don't care what you say. This one, I love this one. Hey, you may disagree with me.
No, I'm not disagreeing because I've watched these and I agreed it was the best, but.
I'm obviously biased either way because the Saints won the Super Bowl this year. But okay, let's start from the top. Obviously, Eagles, Cowboys, not that good.
I forgot about the two.
But hey, who remembered Aaron Rodgers kicking the ball up in the air in overtime?
Yeah, and this was also Kurt Warner's last playoff win.
Yeah, hey, great game. Now, despite popular belief, I believe Jets and Bengals is actually kind of an underrated classic.
Oh, I agree, because this was, going to this game, you have a rookie quarterback taking on the Bengals, who haven't been in the playoffs in a long time. Bengals are trying to break a curse. Jets, they weren't really, I guess, I don't know, it wasn't like the most greatest game, but it was still entertaining.
I also remember this because Darrelle Revis locked down Chad Ochocinco.
Oh my god.
This was like at the peak of Revis Island.
Yeah, and then Revis got his well-deserved ring at Super Bowl 49.
Then, hey, I mean, Baltimore versus New England was a good game, but Tom Brady getting exposed, that's always entertaining.
This is where Ravens really proved how good they are. Love it.
Then Dallas, Minnesota.
Who doesn't love a good Dallas ass whooping?
I mean, it was his blowout, and Brett Favre's last playoff win.
And also, this is going to be Kurt Warner's last playoff game and last game ever.
In general, as Saints bounty gated his ass out of the NFL.
Almost killed him, too.
I just remember this game solely for the Reggie Bush run. I love that. I love this game. And Jets versus Chargers.
Good game. It was actually really good. Here's the thing. You have 13-3 Chargers who have won 11 straight games, taking on the Jets, who are 9-7 with a rookie quarterback. What do Chargers do? Miss fucking 3 field goals. I love my team a lot.
Oh, then, yeah, Colts versus Ravens wasn't really that notable.
Sucked.
This was just showing his dominance.
Sucked.
Okay, now, Jets-Colts was
Good.
good for most part until the second half.
But the NFC Championship game.
Classic. I mean, better at best.
It's the game itself. I mean, this. Oh God, Adrian Peterson choked hard in this game.
I actually, no, he didn't. I actually watched the highlights. The first 20 minutes of each half were just high-octane action. And actually, Adrian Peterson was amazing throughout the game. But the Saints' defense, for once, actually stepped up.
Dude, he was fumbling left and right, though.
That was Brett Favre.
God, I probably have to rewatch these highlights again.
Well, I mean, Adrian Peterson, I think, fumbled once or twice, but most of the guys who fumbled were on the jet sweep and were wide receivers or Brett Favre.
Because for some reason, I remember Adrian fumbling it a lot in this game. I could be wrong.
I think you're confusing Sidney Rice, who was on the jet sweep a lot, with Adrian Peterson.
Could be right.
I mean, Adrian Peterson still fumbled it once, and that led to a Will Smith run, which is, rest in peace, Will Smith. But,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
didn't he die?
yeah, he got killed.
Oh, yeah, he got... Shoot,
And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think he was like a Buccaneer or a Panther, but he was the Saints legend. But nonetheless, this game is just a classic. Saints Vikings.
Oh, yeah, the Super Bowl itself, underrated.
But yeah, this is Brett Favre's also last playoff game, as he got bounty gated out there.
And he didn't do anything next season. And the Super Bowl is very underrated.
It's a classic. I mean, Drew Brees versus Peyton Manning, 2 legends of the era. This was before Drew Brees' legend started growing. But I mean, this was more of a story, you know, and this was just such a feel-good story for New Orleans. Only if the Bounty Gate gods would let us have a break, please.
Please, guys, I want Drew to get another ring.
Come on, NFL gods, just one more ring. I promise I'll stop complaining.
Come on, Roger Goodell, pay the referees.
You've given Thomas like 6 and 9 Super Bowl appearances. I think you can give Drew Brees one more ring.
Nice. 6 and 9.
You know, but like, but like this game's just a classic, and obviously, who could forget Tracy Portman's pick 6 to seal the game?
Oh yeah, this is definitely in the contention.
I don't think it's the best, but it definitely is in contention. We had 2 really good wild card games and a fun little blowout for the Patriots. Had a kind of not really talked about divisional round game between the Jets and Chargers, and just 2 good and one good, one amazing championship game, and Super Bowl really underrated.
Yeah, this one's more story based than anything. I mean, a rookie quarterback, Kurt Warner trying to get his ring before he probably most likely retires. You have a rookie quarterback balling out. You have Tom Brady being eliminated first fucking round. Tony Romo trying to get the ring he deserves 2 years ago. Drew Brees trying to get his ring. Philip Rivers trying to show, I don't know, he's the GOAT or something. Peyton Manning trying to get the ring again. I mean, there's a lot of stories going on in the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, Brett Favre too. Who can forget about Brett Favre? Oh wait.
Brett Favre and Kurt Warner's last ride. And let's also not forget about Aaron Rodgers trying to prove himself to get out Brett Favre's shadow.
Like, all these quarterbacks besides the Bengals one, because Carson Palmer,
Yeah, you forgot about Carson Palmer.
Honest to God, yes. I forgot he played for Bengals. I honest to God, forget he plays for the Bengals sometimes.
Yeah, he was like the Bengals. He was also the quarterback
of the
Bengals
Raiders.
Went to the playoffs in like 04 or 05.
Oh, I can't wait to get to that. What else, dude?
Okay, let's. This deserves to be on there. Very underrated playoffs.
Yes.
0809. Oh gosh, 0809. Oh man.
Nope. It is a fantastic Super Bowl, but
Okay, Baltimore, Miami. Don't know, don't care.
I watched it. It sucked.
Chargers Colts is a classic.
Yes, this is the game that Peyton Manning was trying to get redemption for.
And he failed.
No, he beat us. He beat us in the 2013 playoffs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that.
I wish he failed, but no.
Nonetheless, this game was just a classic over time.
Oh yeah, dude, the crowd. That's what made it better.
Oh, yeah. Hey, remember whenever you were in Qualcomm Stadium?
Yes.
Okay, Eagles, Vikings, I don't really remember this game.
I don't think anyone does, even the Eagles fans.
Hey, Atlanta versus Arizona was actually really good, I'm not gonna lie. This was, I think, rookie Matt Ryan, if I'm correct.
Yeah, versus
And, I mean, come on, that was a great run.
dude, this. How come no one talks about that game at all? It just seems like an unusual game. Falcons and the.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay, then moving onwards, Baltimore beating led Tennessee Titans.
Rookie Joe Flacco.
With rookie Joe Flacco in the 6th seed. Never thought I'd say that sentence. Then, Chargers, you were so close to actually winning something, but yeah, ran into Big Ben's Roethlisberger.
And you also ran into big freaking Troy Polamalu's.
Yeah. That game was good. Good divisional round game. Yeah, I don't really remember Eagles versus Giants.
I just know this game was heartbreaking because Giants easily would have went back to the Super Bowl too.
Yep. Then Cardinals Panthers. No one remembers that game.
No. We do. The Cardinals exposed the Panthers.
I don't remember that game.
Probably because I recently watched these playoffs in January. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Now these championship games are very underrated. Baltimore, Pittsburgh always put up great.
That's my favorite one.
Great games. And Philadelphia, Arizona. I think this was Andy Reid's last playoff game until he went to the Chiefs.
And McNabb's last playoff game.
In general, yeah. And Kurt Warner.
No. This can't be Andy Reid's last playoff game because remember 2010.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're still the coach.
Yeah.
I forget. But yeah, this was just great. I more remember Arizona versus Philadelphia and Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. But this Super Bowl's classic.
Yes, the Super Bowl.
Classic.
Too bad the rest of this. I just don't know. These playoffs.
It's not that notable. It's like, I mean, let's see, we have Colts, Chargers,
Classic.
Falcons, and Cardinals, which everyone seems to forget. No one really remembers Ravens versus Titans.
But it's such a good defensive game.
Yeah, no one remembers it, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Same thing with Chargers Steelers. No one it looks good, but no one really kind of remembers it.
Actually, it wasn't. I mean, it was fine. It's just more of Steelers proved as to why they should have been Super Bowl champions, even though they shouldn't have.
For some reason, I feel like this, not really, there were no notable moments. I think that's what cost this playoffs.
Still a good playoffs. If this was the playoffs I got, the season, I would have been satisfied.
Yeah.
But the next playoffs is what I'm excited for.
Okay, let's go. 07, 08. Oh yeah, baby, I love this.
Oh, Val Duck.
Sorry. What?
You didn't know? Oh, man, legit made a Donald Duck noise.
Nonetheless, Giants beating the Buccaneers. Oh yeah, man, this is John Gruden's last proper game as Buccaneers head coach for me.
Good game.
Seattle beating the crap out of Washington.
Heartbreaking game. No, this game was back and forth, and then, God, I feel bad because they were trying to win the Super Bowl for Sean Taylor too.
Yeah. Well, what's new? It's Washington.
True.
Then we have Chargers actually game against Tennessee.
No, just Jeff Fisher being Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, that's right. Then hey, Jacksonville versus Pittsburgh.
Underrated game. Holy cow, dude. Nobody talks about this game.
Going back up to the top, Giants versus Dallas. Great game.
Underrated. No one talks about that game.
Seattle versus Green Bay.
Not underrated, but it had snow.
That's 20 to 40. Never mind. Then hey, and not gonna lie, Chargers versus the Colts was really good.
Dude, this game was good because it had Philip Rivers' ACL tear. Oh my god, making that like it's a good thing. That's what cost us the Super Bowl. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Jacksonville, this was not the first loss to New England.
That's an underrated game as well.
Oh yeah, but Giants, Packers, I love this game because Michael Strahan.
Underrated.
Great. I don't know, Patriots versus Chargers not really that notable. I'm surprised Patriots didn't blow the Chargers out the water. That's the only thing I'm surprised about.
Because Chargers actually were a good team.
Yeah, wow, forgot about that.
Whoa!
And one of the best Super Bowls of all time. It's close. In my top 15. I love this game. I told a story. It was 16. It was actually 18-0. The Giants of the NFL, the Patriots versus, ironically enough, the underdog Giants.
Yeah, the Giants weren't so giant, were they?
And Eli Manning, who could forget about the helmet catch? Eli Manning almost being called down because of the shoulder grab. He somehow, symmetrically gets out of it and just launches the ball downfield to a player who hadn't caught a pass all season or in practice, and he catches it with his helmet.
This is where I want to defend Eli Manning, guys. When the guy had to be clutch, he was fucking clutch.
Now, I don't think this playoffs deserves to make it, but this had most definitely the most notable moments.
I mean, here's go. Let's go to the wild card round. Giants, they upsetted everyone because the Buccaneers are heavily chosen. Washington's little playoff, Cinderella run got shut down. Chargers and Titans, who cares about that? Jaguars and Pittsburgh putting on one of the most fucking crazy playoff games. Giants and Dallas, really good, and also Dallas's last playoff game, and specifically that stadium. I forgot what it's called.
Stadium?
Yeah, it was an AT&T Stadium. Packers and Seattle had snow. Chargers and Colts is underrated. Jaguars and Patriots is underrated as well. The championship games, well, it's a tale of two stories. Giants getting their field goal moment while the Chargers die. Dude, we were this close to having Chargers. We were this close to having Eli versus Philip in the Super Bowl in 2004.
Yep. I don't know. For me, I just can't put in good faith these playoffs in that's some of the greatest of this era.
It's not. I mean, here's the thing. It has a lot of underrated games, but it's just the bad outweighs the good sometimes.
Outside the Giants run and the Patriots run, there's nothing notable.
No. I mean, it's definitely not the greatest. People would definitely fight in the comment section over this one.
Oh, by the way, how many do we actually have?
We have the 2019 playoffs, 2019-20, 2017-18. I should just count the number. I'm not in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was thinking, fuck, I'm not naming this off.
06, 07.
Ugh. Looking at this. Okay, fine. Excuse me. Oh my god. Excuse me. This actually. Oh my god. This actually looks really good, though.
Gonna make it there?
Pepsi, though.
Okay, I guess I'll just do it.
Oh, yeah. So the first game, Jets versus the Patriots.
Not really that notable. Nothing happened.
Same thing with the Colts and Chiefs.
Yeah, but the NFC, oh boy. Eagles beating the Giants 23-20.
Don't remember this game, but it must have been good.
Oof. Dallas versus Seattle's classic, though.
Oh my god.
He was holding the ball, Tony, and he almost actually outran the defender, too. If it only was a little bit.
Dude, he was like that inch, he just could have got the ball an inch over the goal line and they would have won.
Yeah. Then, Patriots versus Chargers. Wasn't this the one? I could have been confused, but wasn't this the one?
Marlon McCree!
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucker. Fucking slide!
This is the classic.
Oh, it is though. But we missed a field goal even when we had a chance, so it's our own fault, as always.
Colts Ravens, don't really remember.
One of the worst playoff games of all time.
Then hey, Eagles Saints, one of the. Now, thank you, Jeff Garcia, for losing. But this is also notable because Reggie Bush kind of died that day.
Dude, that hit was brutal. Dude, he got fucking laid up, and then Eagles did it to the fucking what's his face years later, Brandon Cook.
Yep. And then Seattle versus Chicago in overtime. I actually remember this game. It was actually really great.
Yeah, so far these playoffs are just so good.
Then Colts versus Patriots. Who could forget? This is the classic. What was it? 4th and 2.
I believe it was.
Yeah, I think it was about 4th and 2 play. Or was like 4th and 12. I don't know. Either way, Bill Belichick was desperate. Then he gave Peyton Manning the ball back.
Oh no, that was the other game the next year.
That was the next year?
Yeah, when it was 4th and 2, and then Manning with like a few seconds left got a touchdown to win by like 1 point. I don't even talk about that because that game's also a classic.
Oh yeah, I agree. Then yeah, I mean the NFC Championship game. Yeah.
It was good until the 4th.
Yeah. We lost Rex Grossman, but yeah.
The Super Bowl. Oh God, Rex Grossman. This Super Bowl.
Not good, but I mean it's notable because Devin Hester opened the game with a kickoff return for a touchdown, and then
No one's ever done it before.
Yeah, Peyton Manning won his first Super Bowl. This is also notable because this is the first game with African American head coaches on both sides, and in general, an African American coach coaching in the Super Bowl. Lovie Smith, Tony Dungy, and nothing else. It was raining in Miami. That's all.
It could have been, honest to God, if the Saint. No, actually, I'm glad the Saints didn't go because I actually prefer. Hold on, Lovie Smith is 15 and 34. Is a he's 8. Never mind, he's 89. Poor guy.
You're looking at his college record.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, because then it's psychology first. I don't think this is the greatest.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's look at this. We had 2 good wild card round matchups and a great divisional round matchups.
With the nice.
This isn't really as notable because the NFC Championship game was kind of a downer.
Oh no, maybe we should throw it up there, but it'll probably quickly get eliminated. So it's kind of like, eh.
I mean, whenever you think about it, there's about 6 or 5 really good games, but there's it's the same thing with the last one. There's no real notable moments outside of Peyton Manning winning his first Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's because last year's easily could have got in if we're gonna put this one in. That's kind of like, nah. Nani.
Okay, 5-6, baby.
Alright. First-hand reactions.
Oh, man.
No. This is easily not going up there. I can already confirm that now. I'm putting my pen down. I'm already going to put it in the search bar 04 to 05. I'm already getting that ready because this is definitely not going to...
Yeah. I'm sorry. Carolina Giants. Yeah, okay.
Eli's first playoff game, though.
Yeah, it's fair. Steelers, Bengals. It was actually good until Carson Palmer got injured.
I think it sucked.
Yeah, no. Panthers versus Bears was not really.
No, it's not good.
Steelers, notable moments. Steelers beating the Colts.
That was actually a good game.
Yeah, and everything else. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, no, we're not even talking about the Super Bowl. I'd rather skip that one.
Okay, 0405.
This actually doesn't look too bad because this is the first playoff to have 2 8-8 teams.
Right, this was Drew Brees' first playoff appearance where he lost to the Jets in overtime.
Oh, it's the same story, isn't it?
Oh, hey, St. Louis beating Seattle. I don't remember they were St. Louis.
Well, so far, Denver, Indianapolis. Yeah, funny how that works. Peyton won 49-24. No one remembers that, even though we watched the highlights of that. Jets versus Chargers. That was a good game. And it went to overtime. Jets win. Fuck y'all. Rams win. Dude, both 8-8 teams winning.
Man.
And also...
Oh, yeah. Vikings beat Green Bay.
Oh, you gonna say it?
What? Are you talking... Which one are you talking about?
What a disgusting act by Randy Moss. Fuck. I would have finished off by saying, what a disgusting act by Randy Moss. He didn't even pull up his tights. He's still mooning that crowd.
Still mooning, yeah.
Colts.
Then going into the divisional... I mean...
Colts
Patriots
lost 20-3. Nah.
Another overtime game for the Jets. This time they lose 20-17 to. Was this Big Ben? No, this wasn't Big Ben.
No, it was Big Ben, 15-1, rookie.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, no one remembers those games.
It just remembers the 8 teams finally running out of luck.
And, bad championship games. Notable Super Bowl. Great Super Bowl. But everything else about this playoff was outside the overtime game at Rams Seahawks at 8-8. Not really that much.
Yeah, time to... excuse me, move on.
Had more notable moments than 05-06, though.
Now let's look at... Ooh. No. Well, yeah, maybe.
Oh, hey. Seahawks, Packers. No, we'll start. Don't remember anything from Dallas, Carolina.
But,
Seahawks, Packers,
no. Wasn't this Carolina? No, this wasn't Carolina's first playoff victory. I was in the ninth, Carolina.
Here's the thing. Seattle, Green Bay had a great notable moment in overtime. This was Matt Hasselbeck saying, we're going to get the ball, we're going to win. And they got the ball through a pick six.
Yes, okay, that game. Because I guess you're trying to get that confused with the 2007 game at first?
I did.
I do it too, because if this game was in the 2007 playoffs, yeah.
But no. Oh, God, Broncos.
You're telling me the Colts whooped the Broncos' ass back-to-back years?
Yes, they did. And Tennessee versus Baltimore. Now, this is the classic. For about 2 years in a row, Tennessee and Baltimore put on just classics. This was Aaron McNair versus the Baltimore defense with Eddie George on the Titans. This was a classic game.
Oh, yeah. And then, let's talk about classic, huh?
What's up?
Talk about classic, huh? What about this divisional round?
Oh, double overtime, Carolina. Against the greatest show on turf.
Dude, remember, this was the last, double overtime game playoff until the Mile High Miracle.
Hey, yeah. Then, two overtime games? Green Bay, Philadelphia. I remember that game. That was great.
Dude, the 4th and 26. Beautiful game.
Oh, yeah. Colts versus Chiefs.
Good.
Don't remember.
I remember. It's good.
And poor Titans. But Titans lost to the better Patriots team.
Yeah, the championship games suck, though.
Yeah, championship games were not really that notable. I started Panthers, Eagles. That's the only one.
No, Panthers and Eagles suck.
I mean, it did suck. But I'm saying it's a bit more notable because Panthers first Super Bowl appearance and
4 interceptions.
Oh my gosh, this Panthers Patriots, a tale of only 2 quarters being good.
God, it's...
This is just so... It's like being shocked awake watching the Super Bowl. Because first quarter you're thinking, oh man, defense is really good. Offense ain't playing that good. And in second quarter, boom, 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 boom. Halftime.
I could have not imagined how this game felt watching live.
I know. We're lucky we only watch highlights. It's so difficult to watch this game fully because the first quarter is not really that good. Neither is the third quarter opening, but the second, fourth quarter are just so electric.
But I feel like it's one of those slow building games. It's like a WWE match. It goes like 30 to 40 minutes. The first 15 to 20, they got to build you up for that hype, man.
I feel like this playoffs definitely should make it because got 5 great games.
It has a lot. Here's the thing. Even with the shittiest games, like Panthers versus Eagles, it does have something notable, and that's 4 interceptions in one game. I believe it was by someone named Manning. It's not Eli Manning, dumbass, but... Was it Manning? I know there was... No, it wasn't Manning. No, I don't think it was. I know Panthers had someone called Manning at one point, but I could be wrong. Back me up here, Gold. Say no or yes. Just say no, you're an idiot. We can all rest easily.
Okay. Yeah, 3 or 4.
That's it. I declare we're all idiots.
Okay.
Oh my God, this playoffs has such potential to be one of the best. Dude, there's only 3 good games. Never mind, I take that back.
We'll make it there.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. Obviously, this game's classic because this is Cleveland's last playoff appearance, probably ever.
But the 24-7 comeback by the Steelers. Something about this game is that this is something I like NFL games. Is when the jerseys start getting dirty. You realize when the jerseys start getting showing the weather of the field on them. It just shows how classic the game's getting, especially towards the end of the game because, Browns are wearing all white. And slowly but surely, because of the mud in the field, just the mud started showing on the jerseys. It was just a hard hitting. This was, honest to God, truly the last, I guess, 80s style of football game.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Next game's an upset. Wait, hold on. Jets went to back-to-back game?
Now, my only question is, why did the Jets blow out Peyton Manning?
Because Peyton Manning wasn't really Peyton Manning around that time. He was sucked in the playoffs. He choked at him. He said, "Dick!"
Wait, this was whenever Vinny Test. Wait, what? No, was that Chad Pennington or Vinny Testaverde?
Now I'm going to lose up.
I don't know.
Well, you keep talking about the games. I don't look it up, and I'll answer your question.
I was going to look it up.
No, I'm going to look it up.
I'm going to look it up.
We're both going to look it up.
It's Chad Pennington. Oh, wait, no. It's also Vinny. Wait, what?
Both of them! They both did.
It's Vinny Testaverde, because Chad Pennington was back.
They both did it. No, but it's saying Chad Pennington.
But it's saying Vinny Testaverde.
But it says 1925, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns. He fucking balled out on it. God, Jesus.
Oh, the 49ers Giants classic wild card game.
And the Giants did get robbed.
Oh my gosh, this is such a classic.
Next game is also a classic because Michael Vick ending that streak, though.
Yeah, this tells a story of Vic not only winning his first playoff game.
That's a rookie.
Also, as a rookie, yeah. They're also breaking the streak of the Packers winning only home games.
That game's good. I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't matter about the score. If you don't focus on, an entertaining game, this is pretty much like Titans and Ravens, but this one actually has a true impact.
Yeah. Going into the divisional round, Tennessee-Pittsburgh, just a classic overtime game.
Dude, I remember the final, few seconds. Didn't, Steelers make a mistake on the... Yeah, I've never seen this in a lot of highlight videos. Steelers went off sides on the kick, giving Titans a second chance to get the winner. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Next game. Oh, God, the rest of this playoff sucks. Man.
Yeah.
Maybe not Tampa Bay and Philadelphia, but...
Oh, man.
Oh, this game, it can't.
It is so top heavy. Let's see, there's 4 competent games, unfortunately, and only about 2 or 3 notable moments.
But, to be fair, we have to name off the rest of these games. Raiders, Jets, 30-10. Tampa Bay, 31 for San Francisco, 6. Philadelphia, 20. Atlanta, 6. Oakland, 41. Tennessee, 24. That game had a lot of potential to be good. Tampa Bay 27, Philadelphia 10. Only the really last good game from this playoffs because Philadelphia could have made a comeback, but McNabb, as McNabb choked, that's why he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Because you all say Eli shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, fuck off. And we have Buccaneers winning 48-21 against Oakland. Now, the 3 pick sixes didn't happen. This could have been 21-27. It still could have fucking sucked. Ah!
Yep.
I had a seizure. But...
Wait on, how many playoffs do we have? It's 9 or 10 now?
Let's see. Let me count. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8. It's pretty sad yet.
That's actually kind of fair enough. Let's go to the bracket.
Oh, shit. What's the Marine? Oh, here we go.
0102.
0102. Remember, guys, we're also touching 99 because it's in the 2000s.
Sure. Oakland versus New England seems to be the only good one so far.
No,
New England Pittsburgh was good.
Let's just still discuss it. I feel like we have every single right to discuss it.
Tampa Bay, Philadelphia. This was before the Buccaneers really became John Gruden's team. It wasn't really that good.
No. Packers, yet again. Oh, man, Jeff Garcia was on something that season, too.
Yeah, unfortunately, no win. Jets, Oakland, I don't really remember that game, but I think it was closer than what the score says of 24-38.
Which, Jets going back to back? Chad Pennington was the GOAT, man. God damn.
Yeah, let me double check that real quick, just to make sure box score. Oh my gosh. Where is it?
I mean, this is definitely already not going into the greatest. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Raiders just balled down in the fourth quarter.
So.
I don't know. Yeah. Here's the thing. Baltimore, Miami, not good game.
New 23.
Blowout.
Oh wait. Didn't it? I swear to God, this game had history. I don't know how. Oh, it's because Philadelphia. Yes, because Philadelphia won Chicago for the first time ever, I believe.
I think so. I don't know. But
No, Rams. No, there's no. Dude, this playoff. This is when freaking Rams whooped Brett Favre's ass. Maybe this is one of the best playoffs. Maybe. Because it has a lot of moments.
I mean, yeah, there's denying that. There's also the, tuck roll, Patriots beating the Steelers.
Who cares if Ravens get a ring?
And, yeah, there's a great game between the Rams and the Eagles, and,
Underrated. Patriots and Steelers, That's really last time Steelers... I guess that's truly when the Steelers of the 80s died.
Yeah. And then, of course, great Super Bowl.
Yeah, but this isn't... No, I just can't.
Outside the tuck roll, not really that many moments.
No, Brett Favre getting his ass whooped. Yeah, that's a moment right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, let's go to 2000 to 2001. One second.
I don't
You can go on with that.
Alright. Well, I can already confirm now, guys, this definitely is the best. Ravens, 21. Broncos, 3. Don't remember that one. But I do remember Miami versus the Colts. Believe this was Peyton Manning's... Yes, this was. Hold on. Playoffs in December? God damn, I wish that... But Peyton Manning's first playoff game against Miami in overtime. Great game. Wait, no, this wasn't... Was it? No, it wasn't. I was thinking it was Dan Marino versus Peyton Manning.
That was different.
Oh my God, we know what game we're going to touch.
Rams Saints.
Well, yeah, that game too, but you don't know what game I'm talking about, dude. We're going to get to it.
Oh God, I'm nervous. But okay, let's start at the top. All sport, Denver.
I already touched that game.
21-3. Oh, you already did. But okay, all you guys Rams Saints, because I remember watching highlight game very vividly. Pigs do fly. This was the Saints' first ever playoff win ever.
And this is good.
Franchise, this is the Saints' first playoff win. And here's the thing, this game's a classic. Kurt Warner had a horrible first half, and then the fourth quarter, he was just balling out with Marshall Faulk and everything. And all it came was down to a muffed punt late in the fourth.
God, and this game, it's a classic, in my opinion. Or at least close.
Yeah. Buccaneers, Eagles.
Nope.
30-21. Hey, Ravens, Titans.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oakland, Miami. No.
Hey, look, yay, St. Louis and Minnesota, woohoo.
34-16.
Eagles, Giants, 10-20.
Don't remember that one.
Okay. Ooh, Ravens, Oakland.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good defensive AFC Championship game, but...
It was to Oakland, you know.
Yeah. And the Giants in Minnesota.
God.
Also, I like how Giants get to have their name in the freaking Wikipedia thing when no one else can.
Also, hey, look, one of the worst Super Bowls of all time.
Really, the only two good playoff games were both on December 30th.
Yeah, it's weird.
Which, dude, oh my God, the Super Bowl was on my birthday. Hey.
Oh yeah, whenever Super Bowls were in January. It feels weird.
I don't know. I wish they go back to this format. I don't like them going into February.
I don't know. I don't mind as much.
I do.
Yeah, not much to note.
Alright, 1999, the last one.
That's what we're touching.
And I guess we can pretty much say the greatest playoff games of the 2000s. I mean, we touched the 2000s. Oh, wait a minute. We touched 2020s. I think we should take 2020 out. No, we shouldn't. Let's just say the last 20 years. Makes it easier.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Okay.
The greatest playoffs of the last 20 years.
You made a symbol. I was like, oh.
Okay, but Washington, Detroit, not really much to note.
No.
Besides Dallas. Buffalo, Tennessee is a classic.
Oh yeah, boy.
Gosh, who could forget the kick? I mean, it was kind of a kick return, but it was kind of a pass as well.
Kind of, but hold on. That was the Seahawks' Stadium at one point?
The Kingdom, oh god. Oh my god. I'm gonna look more into this. The Kingdom, officially the King County Multipurpose Domed Stadium, was a multi-purpose stadium owned in Seattle's Sodo neighborhood, owned and operated by King County. The King Dome opened in 1976 and was best known as the home stadium of the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Seahawks. Stadium serves both outdoor and indoor venue, the Seattle Sounders, and hosted numerous amateur sporting events.
Dude, it closed the day the Seahawks lost against the Dolphins.
This looks dreadful.
Oh, that design though. But this was Dan Marino's last playoff victory.
Oh god.
Yeah, now you know what game I'm talking about. Thank you.
Apparently caught on. 1 second. Yeah, let's see. Oh, let's start from the top. Washington Buccaneers. Don't know that much about the game.
It's a good game. And that's really all.
Good to know. Same thing with Minnesota St. Louis.
It was a shootout.
I do know a lot about Titans and Colts, though.
I believe it came down to Colts making a mistake.
Yep, it was really good. And
Dr. Ramos says, Jaguar. There's nothing much I can say besides Jaguars. Okay, I won't say the word for YouTube, but Jaguars Dan Marino. I mean,
and notable about the championship games.
No.
Super Bowl.
The Rams and Buccaneers had a controversial call.
Really?
Yeah, it was towards the end of the game. Buccaneers, the guy caught it, but I believe he dropped it afterward. It was something to that degree, but then they overturned it. Something like that.
First note.
You had to look it up, but it's a controversial line. Plus, a 6-11 score? The hell?
That's on.
But the Super Bowl, yes. But this playoffs, nah.
Not that notable.
No. Alright.
Also, I just realized there's a stadium that was named Trans World Dome.
The Trans Stadium. But I guess those straight people are allowed into it.
It was we later changed to Edward Jones Dome, but
No, should have kept it as Trans.
It was Trans World Dome from 1995 to 2001.
Oh, no, keep it as...
Battle. Oh, God, I'm sorry, that's just funny.
I love that. So, do process of elimination, yeah. We'll go one by one, and then we'll just go to which... Then when it comes to the final... Because I don't want to look at all of these games and start comparing. No, I'm going to compare with the final few. Alright, should 2019 stay?
2019, that's difficult to say, because it did have a lot of notable moments.
Here, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do a yes and no thing. If it goes 100%, we agree on it. But if it goes 50-50, we'll flip a coin. How's that sound? Sounds good? Sounds good, okay, fine. Let me go get a coin. Hey, Mom, you have a coin? Alright, I got a quarter here. And the quarter is from Utah. Just thought you know that. Alright, I believe 2019 should stay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Now, it did have a lot of notable moments, so I think it should stay for now.
Alright, so I'm going to give 2019 gets the pass. 2017, though. I think it should stay.
2017. I also agree. So far, 2017 is the best.
I believe 2014, it's got to go. It's gotta. I think it's just thing. It really bad. I mean, the wild card round. Besides one game, fine. Divisional round. It really only had 2 games that were really good. The one that was controversial, one that was, I guess, fine. The NFC Championship games, the Championship game. I say 2014 needs to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Bye-bye 2014, crossing you off. So 2014 is out. 2013, though.
That has to stay right now.
Ah, man, I'm trying to see. Yeah, for the current one, let's let that stay. 2012. Opt it out. I say it has to go.
I'd also say the same thing for, did we have 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd also say the same thing about that one. The only notable ones was the Giants run and Giants.
Alright, 2012 is out of here. 2012, 2011. Let me look at 2011. Let me see. Let's flip a coin, because I think 2011 should stay. Head says yes. I already dropped it. Head says it should stay. Tail says it shouldn't. What the fuck? And it is tails. It goes. Fine. 2009.
Oh, that's difficult, because I do love that with all my heart and soul, there's not really that many notable moments.
It had stories, though.
It had a lot of stories, there's no denying that, but the games, it had a lot of notable moments and stories, but the games themselves, outside the NFC Championship game...
No, I say it should.
You saying you're fine for it to stay?
I'm fine for it to stay. Do you want it to go? Do we need the coin again?
I'm content with it staying.
Alright. Because then, pretty much the ones that have stayed, then we'll start comparing each wild card round, and then division rounds. Alright, 2003. I think it has to... I don't know.
I think it has to go.
Yeah. Sorry, 2003. Bye-bye. Alright.
Yeah.
So it is here. We have 2019 versus 2017 versus 2013 versus 2009. So far, pretty much 2008 under means nothing.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's compare the wild card rounds, shall we? So, now, let's say,
Also, just proof that Gardner Minshew to go. I send this to you.
Look at this before we continue on. This is a little halftime show. Late halftime show was like a 2-hour video. Here you go, guys. This is why he's the goat.
Look at that hair.
Ooh, swinging around though. Ha! Alright, so wild card now. So I say that's actually, I'm gonna tally up, how many good games between each round. How do you say that, Fowls?
Okay, that sounds fair.
Alright, let me put WC next to each one of these playoffs. Here's the thing, if it at least had an impact, we'll put a tally. So 2019, first wild card game is Seahawks Eagles. That shouldn't get it up. But Vikings and Saints, it's a good game.
It's good, but not great.
No. Titans, Patriots, yes, that's also good. And I say 2019 has 3 ups for wild card round. So it's good.
Yeah.
2017, I think Panthers versus Saints, really good. And then Tennessee. So that's 2 so far. Oof. But it's not going to be eliminated until we determine all of them. 2013. I say 3 out of the 4 games are good.
Yeah.
Good game between San Francisco and Green Bay. Good game between New Orleans and Philadelphia. And a classic with Andrew Luck. 2009. Only, I'm going to have to put Baltimore and New England in there because that was a shocking game. I'm going to put, it's 3. But only really one game delivered to its actual, potential. Now divisional. This is going to be a little bit... Woohoo. Alright. Alright, divisional round. Texans, Chiefs.
No, not really.
Seahawks, Packers. No.
No.
Titans, Ravens. Yes.
I agree.
The other one is Vikings and 49ers. Nah, I'm not feeling
No.
that one. 2017's though. Yes, but Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah.
Yes, I say 3. The only game that's in there is Titans and Patriots.
That's the only one, Paul.
2013. San Francisco and Carolina. It actually was a good game. It's just that, Carolina, New Orleans and Seattle. Good. Indianapolis and New England. No. Chargers and Broncos. Yes, so 3. It's just more 49ers got an extra touchdown, that's all. 2009. Only one game.
Not good so far for number 9.
Ooh. Championship games. Oh, I can't wait to look at this one. Alright, 2019 though. I say the first championship game gets an up, but the other one gets a down.
I feel like the AFC one was good. NFC,
No.
you may like it because it's exposing the technical story from a standard of storytelling, and obviously play the AFC one just is better.
Yeah, so 2017, kind of the same difference with the Packers and 49ers. It's really, Vikings got exposed, but they had the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd was great. And then on the AFC side,
The AFC side was good. God, do I want it?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think, do I want to... No, I'm not going to give them 2 ups for that. Because 2013 AFC's has got to be 2. Both games are good. Now, 2009's, both were good.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I don't know. For me, I feel like the one that should be eliminated is 09 because the NFC Championship game was instant classic, but there wasn't enough great play to match the storytelling.
Yeah, 2009, it's so far not delivering the most when it comes to... Bye-bye, 2009.
Yeah, I love it, but at least it made the Final Four of the last 20 years.
But the Super Bowls, though. And, well, I can confirm that all the... Wait a minute. Okay, maybe not 2013's, but 2017's and 2019 Super Bowls both were God-worthy. But 2013's... costly. But 2013's was so consistent when it came to games. But the Super Bowl didn't deliver.
I feel like 2013 should be eliminated. Not like a Super Bowl, but I mean, I don't know.
I'm going to fight for it. And it stays. I think, let's compare, alright? Come on. Colin Kaepernick overcoming the cold. Same thing with Drew Brees. Both really good games. Andrew Luck making his huge comeback. Let's see. Seattle, New Orleans putting on a great game. Finally, Peyton Manning overcoming his demons of San Diego in the playoffs. A classic NFC Championship game between 49ers and Seahawks. A good game between New England and the Broncos. Super Bowl, still, it was legendary, though. That fantastic offense of Broncos just getting by the Seattle's defense.
I feel like I guess it stays for now, but then that would mean 2019 would be eliminated because I'm not eliminating 2017. 2017 has classics throughout. It kind of feels like 2013.
It's just, we're just getting 2019. It has a lot of boring moments. Okay, let's look at this. All right, I just want to go down from the list here. I'm not gonna yet again look through this. Packers, 49ers, whatever. Titans and Chiefs, it was good, but then had its down moments. Texans and Chiefs got boring. Seahawks and Packers, nah. Seahawks and Eagles, whatever. Vikings, Saints was fine. Vikings and 49ers, I mean, here's the thing. It's playoffs just got you boring at times.
Yeah.
I think 2019 needs to go.
Yeah.
And we're not playing on that one. 2017 and 2019. Now I think this one properly deserves a You think game by game comparison?
Wait, 2017, 2019?
2017 to 2013.
You said 2019 though.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Okay, 2017, 2013. I agree. Let's start from the wild card round.
We're gonna go by each game at a time. The first game from each one. 2017 was Tennessee, and should we do a up and down type of thing?
I think so.
All right, well not ups, just more of who has more ups coming out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay, so starting, I'll look at 2017. You look at 2013.
All right.
So 2017, straight off the bat, Carolina and New Orleans. Not only was this telling the story of Cam Newton's really last good hurrah run with the Panthers, but also Saints sweeping the Panthers in the season.
That's an up.
Okay.
For 2013's, as said before, 49ers yet again beating the Packers for a straight time in like the last couple of years. In Green Bay, by the way, when 49ers were doubted like anyone. Also, Packers really proving how good they were because 49ers were good that season. Packers were only like 8-8. No, 8-7-1. I see that's an up. That was a good game.
Yeah. Rams and Falcons. Once again, this was kind of an average game. The Rams had a chance to make a comeback, but failed near the end.
Not worried enough for an up. I mean, I say no.
I say no as well.
Yeah. Saints versus Philadelphia, which automatically up. This was a really good game.
I agree. I'm not going to fight it. Bills. I'm not going to try to fight for Bills Jaguars.
And Colts and Chiefs, automatically. Come on.
That's self-explanatory. Then lastly but not least, I mean, Titans and Chiefs is just a classic.
Yeah,
it's
automatic up.
So far, 3-2.
Yep, 2 to 2017, 3 to 2013. I'm not defending Chargers versus Cincinnati.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, I hate to admit it, but the Minneapolis Miracle, the Saints and the Vikings easily putting on 2 comebacks. Drew Brees played great. Case Keenum trying to prove himself, and that last play, despite how much I hate it, it's notable.
And, well, 49ers and Panthers, it's not good enough to give it up. It's just not.
Yeah. Then we have Falcons and Eagles, a really great defensive game. Nick Foles trying to get a playoff win. And obviously, who could forget the last few minutes of that game?
Just truly good. That's an up, 4-3.
Yeah, what's the next game for you?
Saints and Seahawks, and, well, we discussed the death out of the game. It's good.
Yeah, it's an up. But, I mean, Jaguars, Steelers, shootout city. I love it. That's an up.
And, well, the Patriots and Colts, if only... It was actually a back-and-forth game. If it was 22-29 final, it would have been an up.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to defend Titans, Patriots. Okay.
And Denver Broncos versus Chargers. I will defend this one. As I said before, that's an up, 5-5.
Okay. Now, NFC Championship game. I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. The first half was great, but the overall wasn't that particularly notable.
Mm-mm. And, well, 49ers and fucking Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Let's see, what's now for the AFC?
Both New England.
I mean, both have New England, yeah. Patriots, Jaguars, this is just a great game overall. I think this is an automatic up.
Oh, yeah. Now, Broncos and New England. And then it was 26-16. Here's the thing. Broncos mostly dominated this game. I don't know if that's going to be entertaining on an aspect for other fans. It was entertaining to me. I mean...
I feel like this did tell a story, but it also should have play on the field as an aspect as well.
And it didn't have that. It didn't. I mean, you said it was a classic, though. You still
it was a classic. I love seeing Tom Brady get beat the fuck out of.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just probably like, is it really, truly not the game?
I don't think it is.
Yeah. Which I think 2017 automatically wins because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, anything. Yeah, we're trying to fight. I mean, so there is no fighting. 2017 Super Bowl superior, Super Bowl 52 superior.
I mean, what can I defend besides the fucking Broncos getting murdered by Russell Wilson? Okay, not Russell Wilson, Legion of Boom, but you know what I mean. It's hard. I cannot fight with this because this Super Bowl, the Super Bowl 52 should have been Super Bowl 48, and Super Bowl 48 should have been Super Bowl 52.
Sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like a dumb problem. But here's the thing: 2017 wins by just a milla. Just by a milla. If 2013 had a good Super Bowl and maybe a little bit of a better AFC Champions game, it would have won.
Yeah.
Hell, I couldn't even let the AFC Champions game slip by. If it had a better Super Bowl, in my opinion, 2013 and 2017 are my favorites. I think 2013 has, the better build-up. It's just more of they didn't have the execution.
2017 had a better execution.
And it confirms that 2017 is the single greatest playoffs.
In the last 20 years, at least.
Honest to God, would you want to try this with the worst?
Oh, God, I think we can all agree 2016 was the worst.
Yeah, that's easy to fight. But this was a fun first episode. What do you say?
Well, long as hell as well.
Yeah, it was definitely long. But anyway, guys, this is not the end of this little series.
Okay, well, in camera and in real life, I'm gonna go.
Alright.
Peace.
Alright, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a different type of video, but this is an idea I proposed to Gold, and I had a great time with it. This series is now the Gold and Nilsson talk section. We're just gonna pretty much chat of, what's on our mind, If we have a topic to talk about, let's just chat it up. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.